draws. Those vital points meant that Carlisle went into their final game of the Division 3 season, now League 2, needing to beat mid-table Plymouth Argyle in front of their own fans and hope their relegation rival Scarborough didn't win against Peterborough at home. The game at the McCain Stadium finished 1-1, and with the same scoreline at Brunton Park deep into injury time, Scarborough's fans invaded the pitch en masse, believing their Football League status was secure, convinced they'd done enough to stay up. However, there'd be one more plot twist. Carlisle won a corner in the dying seconds, and up came Jimmy Glass. In one of those you couldn't make it up moments, Glass scored from a rebounded header and was promptly swamped by teammates and thousands of fans who quite simply couldn't believe what they'd just witnessed. As for Jimmy Glass, he became an overnight celebrity, but he never played for Carlisle again, and his playing career never really kicked on after that defining moment. He took on various jobs outside of football before finding his way back into the sport as player liaison officer at Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, and most recently the general manager at non-league Wimborne. Not the fairy tale ending to one of the most Hollywood moments in football, but the name Jimmy Glass will live on forever as the scorer of that goal, arguably the most important in any club's history.
Has absolutely powered to victory. Very convincing performance.
Up next, we're joined live in the studio here at Cheltenham.
Hey, we're in London, aren't we?
At Cheltenham, at Goodwood.
Don't worry about that, by the way.
Michael Owen, he's got Scholes with him, but it's still Owen. Oh, what a goal!
Mason from Lamilla's pass, chips it over the top of the goalkeeper, and in!
I heard you talking about Peppa Pig, mate. Peppa Pig's awful. It's like the world's worst cartoon, mate.
I do like a big tasty.
I'm actually contemplating getting myself on that diet. I'll let you know how it goes.
At glorious Goodwood. Dear oh dear.
Feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, so
By the way, it is glorious. It is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Dino,
Morning,
Dean
Al.
Saunders alongside me. We've just been out on the balcony. How nice is that?
Well, is there a better place in the world you'd rather be right now?
Well, you got to be careful because Cheltenham is special first thing in the morning. But glorious Goodwood with the undulation here. Don't get me wrong, Cheltenham's a little bit up and down as well, but here is unique. It is absolutely unique on this Goodwood estate. It is steeped in history. It's just magnificent. Scottish blood as well. The Lennox Gordons own this estate down here. The Duke.
1860, something like that, the first race.
It's magic. And you played golf here, so we'll come to that a bit later. Well, I went to the opening of it's called the Kennels.
Yeah.
Where they used to keep the hunting dogs there. And I went to the opening on the Orient Express.
Did you?
Down here, double-decker bus picked us up. Vive Clicquot sponsored the whole day. And there was a quartet. What a day that was.
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah.
What a life you've had.
Well, I'm not done yet.
You're about 120.
Don't call me Hulk. I'm not done yet.
That's a shame, wasn't it? He passed away, the Hulk.
It's always a shame when someone cops it, doesn't it? You know, it's just, we're only here for a visit.
Yeah. But
beautiful out there.
The sun's shining.
Yeah.
There's not a cloud in the sky. And it's boiling hot already.
Well,
6 o'clock in the morning.
It
is.
Is it?
I was sweating in the taxi, but mind you, Ed was driving the taxi, throwing shapes like he normally does. Elbowed me in the face twice.
What's wrong with him? He thinks he's on Saturday Night Fever. You know, shoulders keep going, don't they?
Al, an eventful day yesterday.
Staying alive, staying alive. Keep your eyes on the road, Ed. And then I feel I've just walked up Snowdon. Oh, the lift's broken.
You know when you're coaching the midfield players, the kids, how to play in midfield, and you say, keep looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, keep your head spinning. That's what he does when he's driving.
Yeah.
He's looking in the back and looking round there.
That's Mr. Magoo.
Watch the road. Hey, I'm just glad we got here.
Great racing today, by the way. But fun enough, the hotel was... so I'm on the estate in the hotel, the Goodwood Park Hotel, and I sat there, beautiful, in the late sun, and the old faces begin to come in. They come every year, you know. Every now and again, there's one or two missing, but it wasn't busy yesterday. Today, you'll see a difference. It's mobbed today.
Funny
Hotel
enough,
full.
I never get invited into that hotel you're in. Strangely
Well, if
enough.
you had a picked your phone up yesterday after golf, I'd booked a
I
table
was
for
ringing you.
at 7 o'clock. I'd booked a table for dinner.
I was ringing you.
I ended up having a packet of crisps and went to bed.
I nearly had to stop a fight last night for the buffet.
Oh, I heard.
There was a scrap on for the buffet.
I heard. I know.
Outrageous.
ITV buffet, guys.
ITV against talkSPORT.
There's a few crumbs left, guys, if you want to polish off. Whoosh! There was Usain Bolt on the left, Alan Wells on the right. They couldn't get it down the faces quick enough, could they?
So Ed Chamberlain's there with the whole team from ITV, all dressed up, smart.
You mean Ed Chamberlain, old Etonian Ed
Yes.
Chamberlain?
So they're all
He keeps
sat
that quiet, by the way.
back of the hotel. Big buffet they've laid on for them. And one of them come over and said, lads, to our staff who are all sat here this morning, do you want some of the food? Because they're going to throw it away otherwise. You should have seen the Ollie Clink fell in the stalls, coming out the stalls, couldn't get there quick enough. Simon, he's brought his plate back. Embarrassing. 3 hot dogs he had on it.
Oh, no.
2 burgers.
No.
Yeah, it was like as if they'd never seen food before.
It's Mr. Wimpy then, isn't it, from now on? Hey? So, Mr. Wimpy over there.
Ollie Clink, you should have seen him. That's the quickest I've seen him move.
Now, we're never going to the end of it. I believe a Mr. Rupert Bell chipped in.
Before we go any further, he did not cheat once. I watched him all the way around. He didn't cheat. Like Ollie said he cheated last year, didn't he? Ollie's nodding his head. But this year, I was in his team with his son, who's a lovely lad. Ollie. Yeah, lovely lad. Good golfer. And we were doing... Rupert, listen to this. After 10 holes, he had 22 points. Chipped in on a par 3 for a birdie. He was on fire. And then he ruined everyone's day with his presentation at the end.
I heard.
I can't believe what he done.
Well, why would they let him do that?
Well, bear in mind, there's people from Qatar there, royal family.
Ooh.
Right? And all the aides, they're all at the golf club. And Rupert gets up and he says, in third place, Mick Fitzgerald, the jockey, right? So Mick walks up. Bear in mind, Mick, let me just read out his achievements. He won the Grand National on Rough Quest. He won the Gold Cup, champion jockey twice.
Yeah.
He got
his old boots, Mick.
1,300 winners in his career. Now a top TV pundit on ITV. He gets him to walk up to the stage, and when he got there, he went, and if we'd have had a third prize, you would have had it, Mick. And he just stood there, and he had his picture with Rupert.
Oh, no.
That was his prize. So he ruined it. And his son, Ollie, had a hoodie on, and he was pulling the strings round his face, you know, because he was ashamed of his dad.
Oh, dear. Anyway, this is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Build your own car deal online, all with a few clicks. They make buying your car next very, very easy indeed. It's beautiful here, top floor of the balcony. Away to our right, the course drifts away up the hill, long sweeping right turn into the straight. And as you come into that straight, you know, you've got to be near the rail. You can't be too far wide because the camber pushes you towards the grandstand, pushes you away, and you end up coming 6-7 deep, and it's not good. No. And then here, you look behind the left, we're right above the winning line, and there's a big hill there, the Goodwood Hill. It's fantastic. It's just stunning, isn't it? It's beautiful. Right, Ed, what about Jack Morgan? On the, we'll talk to Joe Marler later.
Played well, didn't he?
Came on. Whoa, what an ovation he got from the Welshies.
And he played well, and he had a hand in the try.
He did, and it was a try, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a try. I was watching him. I was in a pub outside Leek Town Football Club.
All right.
£3.85 for a pint of Guinness.
Wow.
Well done.
Is
well
that
done.
right?
£7.80 last night in the hotel.
Yeah.
What's going wrong with the world?
Yeah.
But
That's amazing, isn't it?
yeah, he. To be fair though, I was the only Welshman in there, so I was watching his every move, and he was involved in the try, and he played really well.
What, Leek Town? You're the only Welshman?
Yeah.
Were you stand there with your Leek?
Yeah, Leek Staffordshire, not Leek, as in. By the way, that's anti-Welsh already, isn't it? No need for that.
Right, talkSPORT, here we go. It's sort of a bit of movement first before we hear from Simon. In the window, Liverpool have accepted Bayern's offer for Diaz for 70 million. Is that the right decision or not, Dino?
I like him. I just like the way he plays. And, if there was an example for a hard-working left winger who gets back, gets forward, gets on the end of crosses, aggressive, takes plays on, doesn't turn out all the time. He's a really. I'm absolutely gutted he's leaving.
Yeah.
It's just not
Bayern
because he
have got a
plays
good
for
sign
Liverpool.
in there, haven't they?
Yeah, but in the Premier League, we like watching him, don't we? So, bit of a blow, but
Does
Liverpool.
it all point to Isak?
Yeah, it looks like, doesn't it? And I wouldn't be surprised if Nunez gets called in at any minute.
I'd take a chance for Nunez. I would. I'd take a chance that if he just suddenly finds his confidence and hits the back of the net.
Well, the fans love him because he works hard, doesn't he? And Harvey Elliott's another one. You know, how long's Harvey going to sit there and be a bit part player? Does he want to go out and play somewhere else? So they won the Premier League, Al, so they won a lot of money for that. They've got 75 million for Diaz. There's other players they can sell to balance the books, but they're actually going for it, aren't they?
Oh, they are, and they've got to be hot favourites again, haven't they, to win it?
Yeah, but it's injuries play a part, and I think it's good that Arsenal could win it, Man City could win it. Chelsea, outsiders.
Yes, I'd go with that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have a good start.
And you wonder what is going to happen to the ones outside the four. City have been very quiet, haven't they, City? So you were looking at Arsenal, good business. Liverpool, good business. City, Chelsea, winning the World Club. And then you look at the challengers afterwards and you're thinking, is there any?
Well, Newcastle haven't really had a good transfer window, whether they will later on in the day, but losing Isak is going to be a massive blow for him. How do you replace him?
No, you can't. Well, you can, but it'd be very, very difficult. Very. Remember, you can listen to Liverpool against Bournemouth live and exclusive on talkSPORT. This is the opening night of the Premier League, and it's Friday the 15th of August, as well as Newcastle welcoming Liverpool up to St James's Park on Monday the 25th of August. Could he play? Could he be playing for Liverpool 25th of August?
The owners of Newcastle are that rich. They could say, no, you've got 3 years left on your contract. You ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think they will.
It's not a done deal yet.
No.
Okay, a huge couple of days on breakfast down here at glorious Goodwood with a whole host of guest joiners at the racecourse. We'll have the legends that are Joe Marler. Ben Young's with us later on the show, but not before talkSPORT's favourite. Neil Warnock is with us. Ed's going to pick him up, so we're all the best, Neil. And it doesn't stop there. Tomorrow we're going to be joined by Ballon d'Or winner Michael Owen, whose horses are in great form at the moment. Live from the course, and also new West Bromwich boss, Ryan Mason, ex-Spurs, of course, will be on the show. Up next, more from the back pages of how Mr. Marinakis convinced Morgan Gibbs-White to stay at Forest and break Tottenham's hearts. There you go, 6:15.
baby.
So you and me now.
Yazoo, wasn't it, all those years ago?
That's a cover, isn't it?
Yes.
That's not her.
talkSPORT breakfast, Dino Storyteller Saunders. That's what they've written down here. Storyteller.
I'm not going to tell a story, but have you recovered from the stairs yet? The lift's broke.
I swear, I've just been up Kilimanjaro.
I hope the lift repairer's on his way.
But I'm worse going down. With my knees, I'm worse going down than I'm going up. What that one at?
How's your blood pressure?
Well, I feel, a bit of whispering will just bring it back down to normal.
Oh, Whispering Angel.
That's the one.
Why'd you mention that? 6:30 in the morning.
Right, what on earth is this we're playing this morning? Well, it's the Towie theme. What? It's the Towie theme song. And Mr. Towie himself, Joey Essex, is 35 today. Happy birthday. I thought Mr. Essex was parlour, to be honest.
My dentist said to me, I said my teeth got knocked out. You know Keith Stevens at Millwall?
Yes.
Centre half. He knocked my teeth
Rhino.
out. Yeah, and then Kevin Ball knocked them out again.
Yeah, he would do.
So I went, they started going like funny colour because they've been 20 years. So a dentist said, can you sort my front 6 teeth out? He went, yeah, but I'm not making your teeth like Joey Essex.
Did he?
White, like that. He looks like an idiot.
Oh, steady. He might be a nice guy. You don't know.
Well, that's what the dentist said, not me.
Yeah.
So,
no, don't try creep out of it.
So he goes, there's a shade. Here's the shades, and I had to come down 4 shades. But if you look, they're grey. You know, I never mentioned grey. So he's put new teeth in there, but he didn't charge me. So
maybe
what
he's
can I
on the way out, you know. Right? Well, Joey famously said that London was the country that that bordered Wales. Can you believe that? Denmark was the capital of Ireland. No, he didn't. And thought a square had 6 sides. Good morning, Gabby. Do you know, is Ray Parlour the smartest man in Essex, Ray? He's back. I think is he back? Or he's back? No, hold on. Where are we now? We're Tuesday. He's back tomorrow. He's back from Hong Kong tomorrow, Parlour.
Well, it's Ray or the Bosch. The Bosch is clever, isn't he?
I've got a feeling the Bosch might be on telly soon, but I'm saying no more, right? I'm saying no more.
I seen him. Was he addressing the Commons or something? Stood up.
Well, that does not surprise me.
He was going down the "This is my country" route. He was doing that.
Well, that'd be a spoof, wouldn't it? But he could easily. You could put the Bosch in at number 10, and we would have an improvement. Don't worry about that.
Ray Parlour. People forget Ray Parlour was a magnificent player that didn't get much credit.
Have you seen what he's won, medal-wise?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, what an engine.
Yeah, he was. Right, let's look now at today's back pages. Here we go with Tesco Mobile for Business.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big 3 networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
And a very warm welcome to Sam Quek, who's with us back in London. Sam, good morning.
Morning, Sam.
Good morning, fellas. How are we? Dino, I think the last time I saw you was on an early train back somewhere, wasn't it? Back up north?
Yeah. I tried not to sit next to you, Sam, but I remember you jimmied in at the side.
I did. Total fangirl.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I know, it's been a while.
You'd only just won the gold medal at the Olympics.
Oh, it wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long. No. Was it? I think it was before that.
I don't know. Either way, Dino, we were both pretty rough, weren't we, from a previous night out, so all good.
Yes.
That's probably why we can't remember.
Oh, Sam, I didn't realise you liked a baby, Sam. We know what Dino's like. Right, Sam, what we got? What's in the back pages? Apart from, here we go, the girls have had a great time at number 10, hadn't they?
Yeah, that's right. Dominated again by the Lionesses. First up, Europe, now the world, says the Mirror. The Express is saying Serena's world vision. Of course, those conversations of winning the Euros now moving to World Cup victory in 2 years' time in Brazil. And what the Lionesses need to do there. Yeah, and also, like you say, their trip to 10 Downing Street to meet the Deputy Prime Minister. Lots of lovely pictures there. And, of course, the parade, which is going to be taking place at 12:10 on the Mall today in London. So lots to look forward to. Fan of a parade, fellas?
Not really, to be honest, Sam. But look, you know, they deserve it, and there'll be a lot of people turn out. Let's hope the weather holds up for them. It'll be lovely, to be honest. And by the way, it's about time we had a decent parade in London. Some of the nonsense we had to put up with over the past few years is an absolute joke.
Do you know what, Sam? Serena, I think she deserves so much credit, because I watched the game and she's put a back 5 out, 4 across the middle, and left Russo floating around in the centre circle. And she's gone, come on, we'll absorb all the pressure that you're going to throw at us. They had 40 shots or something like that. Only 2 the keeper had to save, really. 2 shots that you thought were going in.
They had a big chance, didn't they? 1-1 though. Big chance.
They missed a couple of chances, but I think they ground the Spanish down. In the end, they gave up. And they got on top of them. I think it was down to the tactics from the manager. I thought she got it spot on.
Yeah, Serena Wiegman for me is a bit of a masterclass. We spoke about it earlier this morning on Early Breakfast, saying tactically, man management, being able to make the big decisions when people might and ah about it, and actually they come true. But like you say, I think being part of a successful team, you have to appreciate what your strengths are, and I think England did that bang on for, like you say, Dean. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to realise if we're going to play the Spanish, they're going to want to keep the ball, they're going to create chances, but ultimately if you grind them down and take your chances, which England did to level up and ultimately get to penalties, you're on to a winner. But yeah, up and onwards, I think, for the Lionesses. I think it's huge, and hopefully if they can go and repeat that in the World Cup, it's only going to get bigger and bigger, isn't it? And another parade for Alan to look forward to.
Oh, no. Sam, what about Diaz? The Reds have let him go to Germany. Is that Dino's questioning? You know, he's a good player. He's tough. He's great to have around. You know, there's clearly just accumulating funds for Isak, it looks like.
Yeah, you hope so. I think I've seen Fabrizio Romano saying there's like about 60% chance that he could go, which is pretty low. Luis Diaz, as a Liverpool fan, I loved him. Every game, his work rate, his effort, the chances he created, the goals that he scored. He is going to leave a big hole, but that's not to say that Liverpool haven't got the players to help fill it. But, you know, you're looking at Núñez. I'd put him above Núñez, definitely, even above Gakpo. Obviously, he had a great season last year, but I'd still put Diaz ahead of Gakpo. But yeah, he's going to leave a massive hole, and fingers crossed that, you know, getting Isak. I don't know if it's going to happen. What are your thoughts? Do you think Isak's going to get over the line?
Well, it's a dilemma because basically he signed a 5-year contract at Newcastle, and 2 years in, he's got 3 years left. Liverpool have come knocking, and he said to Newcastle, right, I want to go. The owner is that rich, he could say to him, well, no, you're not going. I'm not letting you go. I don't care what the price is, even if Liverpool go up to 150 million. So we'll see how it unfolds now. Player power. Wiz has done it as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say,
refused to train.
If you're a player and you don't want to be at your club, albeit you're getting paid or you're not getting paid what you want, I mean, how do you manage yourself? Obviously, as a professional in the ideal world, you play your best for the fans. Yeah. But he's going to have
Sam,
that.
It's horrible. You have to tools down, and you have to go and train your own or train with the kids, and it's not nice. Yeah, and some people can, you know, they've got thick skin, just the money goes in the bank every month. Others can't handle it. They've got to move on. So it depends on the individual, Sam.
Well, from a player's point of view, if you want to go, your argument is, right, if you're going to put that price tag on me, you've got to pay me what an £130 million player gets in wages. If you pay me that, I'll stay, which is hard to say what it is. That's his argument.
Yeah, it's difficult. Sam, what else we got? Any other stories stand out for you this morning?
Yeah, definitely. We've got the one about Morgan Gibbs-White contract U-turn. Of course, earlier on in the season, there was lots of noise about him leaving, being linked with City, and of course, more recently with Tottenham. And then all of a sudden, that disappears. He signs a new 3-year deal at Forest, and all of a sudden loves Forest again. And I think the relationship, and especially that press conference where he's got Marian Akas stood next to him saying how great the club is, it just felt very, very strange.
Yeah, I wonder if Mr. Marinakis will be down where we are at the moment, Dino and I, Sam, at Goodwood, because him and Kia, the super football agent, they're in business together and ploughed multi-millions into the horse game, into the bloodstock game. So it would not surprise me if he was down here in glorious Goodwood one of the days at least.
Well, if he is, get some tips.
That's a rabbit out of the hat he's pulled there. Morgan Gibbs was gone.
I know.
He's managed to turn him around.
He looked very emotional. Did you see the press conference?
Yeah.
He looked very emotional. I don't know what's going on there.
He went
I
to the
think the
training
Newcastle
camp, didn't he,
fans will be hoping
and had a word. But again, in that situation, when it comes to player power transfers, what is he saying to sell that dream to Morgan Gibbs-White, which is going to make him drastically U-turn? Is it money?
Yeah.
Because again, it's not exactly a team where you're going to say, okay, we're going to guarantee Champions League football. We're going to make X, Y, Z signings. Is it money?
No, difficult one. Sam, look, we'll come back later. We'll let you peruse the newspapers a little bit more because we just found out Rupert Bell is stuck in the lift. Rupert coming up in a few moments' time.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big three networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
Cricket balls are red, baseballs are white, American footballs are brown, and tennis balls are yellow. We don't even think about it really, but the story behind the tennis ball is actually quite interesting and even involves Sir David Attenborough. I know, here's the tale. Tennis has its roots in 12th century France when people used to make balls from all sorts. Cork, wool, chalk, animal fur and even human hair. Uniformity was found centuries later when people started making balls out of something called vulcanized rubber, invented in the US. But the balls kept on breaking, so a British lawyer, who also loved tennis, suggested they put a flannel covering on the outside, and thus the tennis ball as we know it was born. One problem, it was either white or black. And when the controller of BBC Two, Sir David Attenborough, decided Wimbledon would be shown in colour on the BBC in 1967, no one could actually see the balls on telly. So the International Tennis Federation went away and created a new colour called Optic Yellow, which would show up without the need for a 4K LED display. Not that anyone had that in the 1960s, of course. Since then, all tennis balls have been covered in that material and have their trademark colour for that exact reason. Amateur tennis players and dogs worldwide are forever grateful. You could say the ITF aced it.
You raise me up
so I can't stand on mountains.
You raise me up
To walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up.
Great song.
Who sung this now? Remind me.
Oh, it'll come to me.
Was it a boy band?
No, well they did, yeah, but this is
Westlife.
individual. Yeah, but do you know whose funeral this was? When they brought I don't want to be morbid, but George Best.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, when they brought George into the chapel. Oh God, I had tears in my eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Well, it was beautiful in a way. It was beautiful in a way. Anyway, we're playing this because there's some issues with the elevators here at the course. Sorry.
What? What? They're trying to send you to your grave?
I'll tell you what, at the top of them stairs there's a defibrillator, and I needed it, I'm telling you.
And, hey, you're not sweating at all?
No.
Is it the Gary Ablets?
It is the Gary Ablets, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Another teammate of mine.
I know, another one gone. Well done, Dino.
Keep his mind.
Rupert. Is Rupert stuck in the lift?
Well,
he is.
He's been doing Pilates, I've heard.
Right, time now for this at 6:34.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you. Everything you do.
Coldplay are back at Wembley this summer, and we have a huge VIP prize up for grabs, so one lucky listener. We're giving a chance to win 6 tickets, in a private box here and your mates on August 22nd with full hospitality. Plus, we're chucking in £10,000 spending money, and that's completely tax-free. Here's how you can enter. 18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland for a chance to win. Text the word WIN, W-I-N, to 83838 by the 4th of August at 11 p.m. and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission or post your name and number to Coldplay Competition. PO Box 3190 Colchester, and that is CO2 8GP, to arrive by 5 p.m. on the 7th of August. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. Mr. Warnock has made it. He's huffing and puffing as well, coming up those stairs.
Defibrillator, Neil. Defibrillator.
Steady, Neil. Get my waterhead, will you, please?
It's 4 flights of stairs.
You should be climbing them stairs at A4. Dino, what have you made out of the fallout from this infamous couple and the AI spin-offs that's doing the rounds on social media? That's shocking, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. You know, these things happen.
How's your luck, eh?
These things happen. You know. It was a sad day for the pair of them.
It was funny though when he tried to duck. Wasn't it funny?
He's had some mileage out of that, hasn't he? Has he lost his job?
It's going to cost him about 30 million.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Right, now let's welcome now the poshest man on radio who disgraced himself once again yesterday. Mick Fitzgerald is going to punch his lights out later on. Here we go. Yes, that's right, a bit of Lone Ranger there. So that can only mean one thing. talkSPORT's racing commentator Rupert Bell is with us, and he's already been meditating this morning, done a bit of Pilates. Apparently, good morning, Rupert Bell.
Morning, Rupert.
Good morning. I'm in ready for all the abuse that you throw at me. After 10 minutes meditation, I am ready to take all the flack that is coming my way for my incompetence at my own presentation ceremony last night. Mick Fitzgerald will feel so much better that he had a photograph taken with me, despite the fact that he won absolutely nothing.
Rupert, the Prince of Qatar was there. You embarrassed the royal family.
And your son.
No, my son was mighty proud of me. I think he felt that it was a great honour to spend 4 hours in the same golf cart as Dean Saunders. I'm not sure my son actually said a word all 4 hours, Dean. Did you draw breath?
Rupert, I have to say, you played magnificently well yesterday. I've never seen you play like that. He chipped in for a birdie.
I know, but he also dropped he done a Donald Trump, didn't he? Dropped one in the bunker.
No, there was no cheating. Rupert, like Ollie accused him of cheating last year, but there was no cheating.
Well, I have to say, Andy Townsend brought something up yesterday, which shocked me, Rupert. He says they're still talking about you getting kicked out of Broadway Golf Club for cheating and having to go to Stratford. I didn't realise Andy was a member, he still is a member at Broadway.
No, I've never been. My name's not Alan Brazil. I don't have to be embarrassed about who I am and have to sort of run off scuttling. And I obviously was the lift not working this morning? Are you not fit as you should have been? Were you struggling? And have you?
I come up those stairs 3 at a time.
He's got an overactive knife and fork.
Okay, right.
And Ollie Clink. They should have seen him scrambling for the buffet last night, Rupert.
Well,
embarrassing. ITV.
Well, I'm afraid it just is just appalling because I thought I had a lovely day. I conducted the presentation with my own usual level of incompetence, and then all was well. We had a lovely day. Dean, have you talked about your chip in on the night?
I haven't mentioned that yet. I hadn't mentioned it. No, I chipped in as well, but that not as good as yours, Rupert, for a birdie.
It was the shot of the day because he had no green to... I'm going into my golf commentary mode here. There was no green to work with. The ball gripped and went straight in, second bounce into the hole. It was actually Dean... But apart from that, Dean, you didn't do much else. You didn't help us win. You were...
Are we talking pitch and putt here? You know, he's chipped in, you've chipped in.
I didn't play very well.
Ollie thought he'd won. He came fifth with 40 points. Yeah, that Ollie shows you what a bunch of cheats we're playing.
And Rupert, before you get carried away, let me just read this out to you again. Mick Fitzgerald wins the Grand National on Rough Quest. He's won the Gold Cup. He's won back-to-back leading jockeys, 1,300 winners, top TV pundit, and you called him up to the stage and said, if there was a third prize, Mick, you would have got it.
Yeah, well...
And shamed him. And he had to have his picture taken with you. That was his prize.
Dean, there goes your invitation next year, actually, Dean.
No, Rupert, all round you played well.
Well, no, it was a very good day. Perfect way to set up the week, despite the level of abuse. Ollie Thornton surprised everyone by playing so well, so I do feel there must have been the odd job moment out on the course, but I wasn't in his group. But to see Ollie, I saw him at the top of the leaderboard, and I thought, what's gone on here? But anyway, we had a lovely day. Now we can get down into the racing. Alan,
I was going to say, we're not at Royal Lytham here, Rupert. Any chance of talking horses?
Well, your fault. You started it, not me. But it was, let's talk horses if you want. The Goodwood Cup today. Sweet William for me is going to win that each way. Good each way selection, I think. Looking forward to it.
Well, Neil Warnock fancies that after his son, Sweet William. Yes.
Well, I think is I think second in the race last year. Is a solid performer. Looks a good price. I think is a really good each way bet in the Goodwood Cup. The big race at 5:00. What time is it? 3:05.
5:00. You'd have missed it, you tube, if you waited 5 o'clock. The Sussex Stakes. Come on, Rupert.
That's tomorrow.
What's wrong with him? Well, I'm going to let you go and have a nice shower and a bit of breakfast because quite clearly you're all over the shop this morning.
And we're playing cricket tonight, Rupert, as well.
Too many gin and tonics last night with Mick Fitzgerald, who's still not talking to you.
The Sussex Stakes is tomorrow, Alan, not today.
No, but I'm doing my prep work today for the Sussex Stakes.
You pull the other one. You'll be going. The first bottle of Whispering Angel will be drunk by 10:30, won't it? Or
no, it will not, because Dino and I will be in the paddocks. We have a runner today, and I'm leaving it at that. Rupert, I'll see you later. Try and pull yourself together, please. 6:43.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Find everything you need for your landscaping project in stock and available for delivery. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, 6:43 still to come on breakfast. We're going to join the legendary football. Yes, you know the voice. We're going to be live with legendary football manager Neil Warnock live here from the Coral Box at Goodwood. Of course, the EFL is back this Friday. Can you believe it? Don't forget, and it's live on talkSPORT.
That's a lot of...
And we'll have everyone's favourite transfer, Tinder next. Don't miss that one. All that and much, much more to come. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Drop what you are doing and you join the merry mob, and before you know just where you are, you're in an Irish pub. They've got one in Honolulu, they've got one in Moscow too. They got four of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a job, 'cause wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Alan Brazil, former Swansea striker Dean Saunders.
Thanks for reminding me of that. Come on, the Swans.
That's your team. That's your team, mate. Now, this is the Irish pub song by the High Kings. And speaking of pubs, there's a story in the Sun this morning of a dad from East Kilbride. Who's from East Kilbride? Mr. McCoy's.
Yes.
He's from East Kilbride. That's renovated his garage and turned it into a DIY boozer. And he did it all for under £1,000. Do you know, have you ever thought about that in your vast estate up in Cheshire?
No, everybody done it in COVID, didn't they? I had a mate who was selling the bars.
I did, yeah.
You could buy a flat pack bar. He was knocking them out like he made a fortune.
Did he?
Selling bars, and there are people going on the end of their garden, building a.
Do you know who's got a brilliant bar? My mate Chopper.
Oh,
He's
Chopper,
got a Liverpool bar, he calls it. It is magnificent, let me tell you.
Is it?
I mean, it is proper. Brilliant, really. Yeah, you might go up there. It's really, really nice. Would you be a good landlord? Do you know? I think so. You know,
landlords?
Landlords have got to talk.
No, you're just dealing with people.
You can certainly talk.
No, you're dealing with people who are drunk.
You wouldn't need any live music. You wouldn't. No.
No. You know who's got a pub? You remember Phil King, the left back?
Yeah.
Sheffield
loads
Wednesday.
of the boys have got pubs, haven't they?
He has someone running it for him, but if there's a bit of bother in there, he steps in.
Yeah.
Out. Get out.
Yeah. By the way, tell me again how much the Guinness was in Leek.
£3.85.
And how much was it last night?
£8, something like that.
Yeah,
£7.95.
It just shows you. So quite clearly in Leek, I know the rents will be a lot lower, but you can't make any money with a price like that.
Don't know, but it's like definitely cheaper. I couldn't believe it.
Some of the headlines you're waking up to this morning. Here we go. 6:48. Newcastle manager Eddie Howe has spoken in a presser this morning about one-away striker Alexander Isak over in Singapore. Howe said this: "He is still our player. He's contracted to us. We, to a degree, control what is next from Dino's reiterated that earlier. I would love to believe all possibilities are still available to us. My wish is he stays, but that's not in my control." Dino, you're right. You know, at the end of the day, very, very rich owners say, no, sorry, you signed the contract. It works both ways. You're staying.
Well, they've got to think of the club first. You think of the team and the club, and you think, right, if he leaves now, are we in a bad position? The answer's yes, they are. They've got to go and find someone.
What about the fans? What about the Toon Army? How do they feel?
Well, they'll be gutted because, as you know, I've been up there and it's a great club. And they think that the club is going to climb to the top of the Premier League. They're on their way up there. And when you start selling your best players, it's just like punching all the supporters in the stomach.
Yeah. The England women's football team will take part in an open-top bus parade central London today. I think it's the Mall, after the Euro 2025 victory over Spain. talkSPORT will be across it for you as always. And Sunderland are set to sign midfielder Granit Xhaka from Leverkusen for initial $13 million with a potential $4 million in add-ons. Black Cats legend Mickey Gray joined the network yesterday and gave his thoughts on the signing.
I'm very surprised that there was only Sunderland actually after Xhaka, because he's got great experience. You know what he did at Arsenal, obviously at Leverkusen as well. So I think it's a brilliant coup for the football club. And players like that walking through the door attract more players. I know Sunderland have been in the transfer market and they brought in a lot of players for next season. They're not holding back. They're going out. They're not sticking with a squad that got them promoted to the Premier League. So I think it's great for everybody.
Mickey Gray there, our Manchester correspondent, talking about his club that he loves dearly, Sunderland. Look, you need a bit of experience in there, don't you?
Great signing, I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not a lot of money either, is it?
No, and at one point, when he was at Arsenal, he was a walking yellow card, wasn't he, Xhaka? And then he sorted that out, become one of their most consistent players, gone to Leverkusen, done well for them.
Yeah.
And as you say, you sign young players.
He's never going to split defences open, but he does it simple.
Yeah, he'll play in the middle of midfield.
Win it, give it.
Yeah, and tell everybody else what to do. You know, when they start losing games, you need someone like that who keeps going around the dressing room and encouraging people.
Yeah. Okay, time now, 6:52, time now for this.
Stick a load of singles in there and then they fall in love.
Of course it's hard. It's supposed to be hard.
A 36-year-old, you'll have the knockers, you will.
just because it's offering its teat? Do I really have to muscle on that?
Is there anything in your personal life that could be causing you stress, sir?
I'm not a great lover.
Hello. Oh. What's your name?
Sarah Louise.
Sarah Louise. Crikey, you're up for it, aren't you?
You know, I was in love at the time. That's what I was doing.
At the time?
Yeah, cheers, Ray. Throw me under the bus there like Gabby done to you the other day. I pulled him about it. Don't worry about that. I pulled him about it.
How many times you throw me under the bus?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I've thrown you under the bus? Never.
Not in a bad way, in a joking way.
Right, he couldn't get out the stalls last night. Ollie Klink joins us. What we got, Ollie?
All right, Ollie.
Yeah, firstly, thanks to ITV for a stunning buffet last night. It was unbelievable.
Oh, you got any, did you?
I didn't get any hot dogs. They were all for Simon.
Oh, Simon Templar there had 4.
Mr.
Simon
Wimpy
was licking the tray.
I found out as well, Neil Warnock just come in and said he had no dinner last night.
He doesn't even like ITV.
Yeah, and guess what, guys? The bacon sandwiches have just arrived from Goodwood as well. I'm gutted that I'm over here.
Well, yeah, because Neil's on his second.
Right, it's time for a bit of transfer Tinder, boys. This is where... Are you familiar with Tinder, Dean?
I'm not familiar with it, no,
Right,
Ollie.
okay.
So I know where you're going with that one. I'm not on it.
Okay.
Simple as that.
All right, that's
But
cool.
I've played this game before.
So it's a dating app, and of course we're going to give you some players, and then you'll tell me whether it's swipe right or swipe left. So the first one, Jack Grealish to Everton.
See that?
Yeah.
On loan though.
On loan, yeah, because obviously he's not a cheap date, is he? Bit of a party boy. But yeah, Everton are the team that really fancy him. The only thing is,
why do you have to say that? He's a party boy. Look, let's talk about his ability on the pitch, Ollie.
Okay.
Once again, he's at a volley in the shin. Give him a chance. He can play.
Won the treble not long ago.
It's true, yeah. Well, actually, I was going to ask you, do you feel like Everton is too much of a step down for him as well? Should he be at a club that is in the Champions League potentially? Al, you've said before you think Newcastle's the best place.
I do, but Craig Hope wasn't from the Mail. Wasn't very complimentary about him. But I'm not going to say I'm not going to repeat what he said. But I think the Georges would love him. I do.
Yeah.
I think he needs to go to a club where the manager lets him float around and be himself. At Man City, he's been told to stay on the left, keep the full-back away from the centre-halves. Even if you don't touch the ball, you're doing a job for Haaland to get in, or the midfield players. So he's lost his way. He needs to move, but if he goes to Everton, I think it's a bit too structured for him under David Moyes. I think he needs to be... Jack, you're the best player. You go and cause havoc.
So you swiping right, Al?
I don't know, but I'm interested to hear what Neil has to say about him because, and nowadays it's all about structure, it's about formations. Keep your, that's where I want you. Do not leave there. Well, Jack's a roamer, isn't he?
He's a maverick, isn't he?
When he was at Villa, he was getting everywhere and running, but he does carry the ball brilliantly, and he's a strong lad. Do you know what I mean? So I'd like to see him do well. I'm a swiping right or left. I'd like to see him go. If he's going to leave City, I don't want him going out on loan. I'd like to see him go permanent somewhere. And Newcastle for me would be great.
Okay. So no, is it?
I'm going left.
I'm going left as well.
There we go. All right. Talking of Newcastle, they're linked to a keeper. He's 27. Aaron Ramsdale potentially moving there. Obviously, he's just gone down with Southampton. He was at Arsenal before as well. Is he enough of an upgrade on Nick Pope, do you think, Al?
I think Nick's done well, but Ramsdale's decent. Don't worry about that.
He's good with his feet as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Ramsdale's decent. So, listen, is Nick going somewhere else, or are they just replacing him? Or is it cover, or what is it?
Yeah, at the moment, I think Nick Pope would be staying, but also Ramsdale would be coming in. So
I like Ramsdale. I thought he was unlucky, but, the fella that's come in from Brentford has done really, really well. So, I'll swipe right. Yeah, he wants to be back in the big time. He doesn't want to be playing Championship.
Yeah.
No, I think he's been unlucky as well. He was doing well at Arsenal, and Arteta, brave move, put the other keeper in from Brentford, who's turned out to be really good. Then he's gone to Southampton and got peppered for 6 months from all angles, playing out from the back. So a good move for him would be Newcastle United.
Yeah. Okay, so swipe
right.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
You've got a match.
I've never heard that before. And then finally...
You have, with the buffet last night. Your match
they said, they always say, don't go back to your ex. Jadon Sancho back to Borussia Dortmund for the third time.
Well, I'm with this. I think he's happier there. and I think he's played his best football there. So why wouldn't you? If he feels, it's all about being comfortable when you play in the position wide. You know, when he can take people on, and he's clearly happy in Germany. Maybe that's it. Maybe just says, okay, I'll make my mind up. I'm going back to Dortmund, because listen, it's a fantastic football club. Don't worry about that, and the fans love him.
Yeah.
So I think that makes sense. I'd go right.
Yeah, it's where he plays his best football, isn't it? It just hasn't worked out for him. Not really at Chelsea, not at Manchester United at all. So do you think Al's right? Go back to Dortmund again?
Yeah, he showed glimpses at Chelsea, didn't he? That, you know, I picture him coming inside, bending it in the top corner, dragging it to the byline and dinking one for someone else, cutbacks. He's got a bit of class, but he's not shown it over here, so I think he should go back to Dortmund.
There we go.
Brilliant. Okay, right.
You've got a match.
Thank you very much. Listen, coming up in the next hour, Neil Warnock in the studio live. We'll talk to Sam again, talkSPORT host back in London. And we're going to talk to Chief Executive of the British Horse Racing Authority about this betting levy and tax and all sorts. It's really complicated. So we'll get Brant to explain that for us. Coral as well. Here we are in the beautiful Coral Box. Day one of glorious Goodwood. Looking out is stunning. The sun is out. What a course this is. It's just beautiful. The Goodwood Cup, the big race. Rupert tips Sweet William, so scratch that one from your cards, that's for sure. 2 minutes to 7.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go, always.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've scoured the planet to find out. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try playing in a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle at the world's northernmost professional club. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the 97-98 Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on a windswept cliff in the Faroe Islands. In Euro 2000 qualifying, Craig Brown's men were taken to fishing village Toftir. Kevin Gallagher called the pitch a cowfield and the wind like Pittodrie on a bad day. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time, leading to these absolute scenes, and still one of Scotland's most embarrassing results.
Daft little ground, silly game.
But away trips don't come any tougher than a lung-busting schlep up the Andes to face Bolivia in La Paz. But now the Bolivians have taken home advantage to another level. The country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Grass doesn't even grow up here. Bolivia have not lost here yet. The longest unbeaten run in any professional league ever belongs to Red Star Belgrade, or Crvena Zvezda if you must. They've gone 7 years without defeat at the Rajko Mitic in Serbia's Superliga. Their fans are pretty intimidating as well, but they're not as loud as this mob. Galatasaray's Ali Sami Yen Stadium's officially the loudest in world football. In a derby with Fenerbahce, Galatasaray fans set a Guinness World Record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead, and pretty tough to carry out your manager's instructions when you can't even hear them. However, our most intimidating away day is in Wales, where cameras can't enter and players can't leave. HMP Prescoed. This prison team was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Early June 1939, Germany, always a tough place to go to.
Are we back?
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to talkSPORT, and guess who's walked in? The one and only Neil Warnock.
Good morning, lads.
Morning,
Really,
Neil.
really pleased to see you.
Al's just finishing off his bacon sandwich.
I know, I've had one. It's lovely. Lovely. First thing in the morning, isn't it? Brown sauce.
No, you don't get a chance to go to the loo, have a morsel to eat. It's just non-stop, isn't it?
Are you brown sauce or tomato sauce?
I was just going to say that. My pet hate is when you pick a bacon sandwich up and the ketchup is the cheap stuff.
Yeah.
That tastes like vinegar.
Yeah.
Ruins it.
I don't know, because I don't have tomato ketchup. I don't
Well, you
like
have
tomato ketchup.
brown sauce.
Brown sauce, and yeah.
How many sugars do you think are in a bottle of brown sauce? Quiz
I don't know,
question.
but you're full of information, Dean, aren't you?
16.
16?
16 of them cubes.
Neil is full of something. I don't know about.
I know. I don't think I'll sleep tonight now, no. Alan, now that I know that, I can't see me sleeping.
How did you manage coming up the stairs? 4 flights.
Hey, I was in front of Ed. I was
Really?
sprinting up here, Ed, yeah. He was carrying me back, though.
But I wouldn't be bragging about that, to be honest. Old Mr. Magoo there.
Hey, doesn't it look lovely? That's the first time it is.
Have a look at that balcony.
I know.
It's beautiful. Stunning.
Absolutely. What a view. I'm glad I'm in here all day. You didn't get invited in here,
I'm
did
in
you?
here, yeah. I'm in here.
Have you managed to crawl in?
I told him to let you in.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark Art. Buy a car and opt in to Arnold Clark Rewards to enjoy access to great giveaways and everyday perks. Right, we're kicking off on Friday, Neil, but obviously the Premiership's taken all the back pages up. Isak, Newcastle. Nightmare for Eddie Howe, isn't it? A nightmare.
Absolutely, and there's, no matter what you do or say to him, once a player's mind's made up like that, it's very, very difficult to. And you can see Liverpool getting ready of some players, can't you?
Well,
Getting the money ready.
Diaz has gone. He's gone over to Germany, and he's a decent player.
Yeah, he is. But I hope he don't go to Liverpool, mate. If he goes to Liverpool, I can't see anything stopping him.
How would you deal with this, Neil? Like, obviously, he wants to go to Liverpool. He's got 3 years left on his contract. The owner's so rich he can say you're not going anywhere, and then you've got to manage him again. If the deal falls through.
You can't do it, Dean. Once a player's like that, his head's gone. I don't think you can get him back on side. Very, very difficult. And I think if they've just got to get as much as they can. If they can get 150 million, get 150 million. He is the best, without a shadow of a doubt. And you've just got to say, we enjoyed his time with us. But that's how it goes. What
would you do with him, Neil? Though, would you banish him to train his own?
Well, I can't see what logic of it, really. I mean, I can see not taking him away because things, the press and all this, that and the other. But as I say, I've had it before, and there's only one outcome for me, and that's him leaving. I just don't see anything else. I think Ed knows that as well. I mean, he'll work with him because, let's be fair, he made him the player he is, really. He wasn't the full. When he turned up there, but now he's the best there is. So snap their hand off again at 150 at Liverpool, and then it makes it more difficult for everybody else in the Premier League.
Do you think, guys? Sorry, Dino. Do you think we hear that he wanted 300 a week? Do you think it's down to money, or was that just a smokescreen?
I think he got let down by the previous owners. What are they? Amanda Staveley, wasn't it? Yeah. Who promised him a new? Well, that's what he said in the papers. If he was promised something, he's got the leverage to get out, and he's got the leverage to say, look, you didn't stick to what you said. I'm going to go. But I'm sorry. In today's wages, Alan, 300,000. For the best striker in Europe,
it's acceptable, isn't it?
I don't think it's about money. I think he'll go to Liverpool and get whatever he is, top money like Salah and all that. But he knows that Liverpool are going to win things in the next few years. Yeah. So that's what he wants, really.
And some people say, Neil, as well, wow, he doesn't want to live in Newcastle, he wants to come further south. Other people say about London, people don't like Newcastle. I think that's all changed, hasn't it?
Well, I do as well. I think, there's some beautiful places around Liverpool and Newcastle. I mean, I've been up that way as well. So that's a load of rubbish, really. I think it's just agents doing talking and telling him what to say and all these things. They kiss the badge one week, don't they? And they take the shirt off the next.
Well, to try and give the Newcastle fans a bit of hope, do you think there's any chance of a Morgan Gibbs-White type turnaround in this transfer, where he looked like he was going to Spurs, and they've obviously called him in the office, either offered him more money or told him who they're going to sign, but he's done an about turn and he's still at Forest?
I loved it when he said, listening to the report about how he's changed his mind. I don't know what's made him change his mind. Come on, about 100 grand a week, probably extra. That's what's made him change his mind.
Do you think Isaac could turn round and go stay at Newcastle, though?
Oh,
Isaac. Do you think he could turn it round and they end up keeping him?
Well, the only thing that would do it is if Liverpool don't come in with that sort of figure and turn his head, and then Ed's got a right job on his hand to keep him and to play him in, because if you're not fully committed, you're going to get injured. If you're not fully committed in the Premier League, you're going to get injured. So there's so many things cropping up in Ed's mind at the minute, how he's going to deal with this situation, and there's only him knows, really. But I'm just convinced once a player's head gets turned like that, you've got to get the best deal you can for the club and find another one. And it's all right, easy talking. There aren't many strikers around now, are there? When you see the money that some of them's going in, I don't rate half of them.
Neil, I've got to ask you, what would you do with Jack? He's got to play, hasn't he?
I think Jack's,
what would you do?
Like they said, he's a Tom, what they call him, what did he call him before? Maverick.
Yeah.
But he's got so much skill, and he's worked his socks off in the summer as Jack, and I think Pep knows that, and that's why I think Pep's going to try and help him. I know what you said about Everton. The only thing with Jack is, I think he would be better having a little bit of a free role, like a 5-3-2 when he's behind the striker, or
can you do that now, Neil, in the Premier? Because I remember, I'll be brief, right? I remember taking a train. I was going to Switzerland or somewhere, and Bobby was on the train, Bobby Robson.
Yeah.
And he told me that day Glenn Hoddle would never play for England again. I went, why? He says, game changed, son. Yeah. You need people who can track back, tackle. I went, whoa. I says, we played against Platini and people like that. And he had carte blanche to do what he liked. Glenn's a great player. Just let him do what he wants, get the ball, let him create. He went, no, he won't. And he never played for England again.
The thing is, in the Premier League, some of these, like Gordon at Newcastle and people like that, they've overtaken Jack pace-wise. But his ability still, he needs loving. I think what you said about a manager, he needs a manager that says, I'm going to build a team around you, right? I know where you've been. You've had a bad spell. You've not played games. This is what you're going to do now. You're going to play for me, and I'm going to find a position for you. It's like I'm never when Amarin comes in and he says he's going to play 5-3-2. I'm thinking to myself, you don't go into a club and say I'm going to play 5-3-2. You go into a club.
See what players you've got.
See what players you've got. They haven't got three centre halves.
No.
They've never had three centre halves for 5 years, and he's going to play three centre halves.
It's like having Alan Shearer and Michael Owen in your team and playing 3 up. And leaving one of them on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got the 2 best strikers, you've got to play with 2 up.
You have, and you've got to play your best player. I think Jack just needs that bit of love, bit of arm around him, and Pep does rate him. It's just that Doku and some of them other lads are really sharp at the minute. You know, some of the players they've got.
Neil, what about the boys that have come up to the Premier? What sort of chance do we give them?
I think Daniel Farke's always had a rough deal, you know, because when he came up with Norwich, they give him nothing. Hardly anything, I think 3 or 4 million. And he never complained, he just got on with it, and they got relegated because they spent the money. Now they're supporting him. I think he's got half a chance, mate, I do, honestly. I think Leeds, especially with the backing, you know, the fans, because it's a horrible place to go when they're in full flow. So I think I think he's a good manager, and I think he's got half a chance. The other two, you know, I mean, Burnley, defensive-wise, are as good as anything, so they've got to build on that, haven't they? But it's hard to see. It's such a big step now to.
The only thing I'd say with Leeds, when Daniel Farke come up with Norwich, even though they never give him any money, I can picture it now. First game of the season or second game, playing against Liverpool at home, playing out from the back. 1 centre-half passes, 1 to Salah, goal. Mane, goal. They were 3-0 down.
Southampton.
Playing out from the back. Southampton done it.
I know, same. And I'm watching it and I'm thinking, you've got to have a plan B. But in all due respect to him, Dean, I think he'll have learnt from that. Because I think Russell Martin, hopefully, will have learnt from that. Because he never had a plan B.
No,
not at all.
No.
Well, if he does,
forget Russell. No.
You know what I mean?
Where's he gone? Where's Russell gone? No.
He's Celtic.
Oh, you don't have to tell me about that, do you know? Dear me. Green and white pants he wears.
Neil, what about... is this Arsenal's year?
No. I don't think
You've said before Arteta will never win a big one.
I did, and I still see that. I don't see that. I remember on your show when I used to do it with you, how they were slating Arsene Wenger, weren't they? You know, get him out. We want to win things, and every year I look at him and I think, I wonder if they're still saying get Wenger out, because he did win things, Wenger, and I just don't see it, mate.
Well, Mikel came out with one, didn't he, a few weeks ago, saying, there's 8 or 9 sides can win the Premier. I'm like, what? What? Am I looking at the same table?
Was it?
You know, there's 4 can win it. No more than 4.
Highly unlikely any more than 4.
Yeah.
But when you go through their squad, though, Neil, they've got good players.
Oh, they have
all over.
Listen, when they've got great players, haven't they? You know, I mean, Declan Rice. You said everybody questioned 100 million, worth every penny, innit? What a good player.
Oh, brilliant. No, I agree.
I just don't see Arsenal when the chips are down. Them 3 or 4 games in February when I just don't see that.
They're not
mate.
unlucky against PSG, though, Neil.
Absolutely, yeah. They should have won. They were brilliant, weren't they? I think they can beat anybody on the day, Alan. I just don't think they're more consistent than Man City and Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Well, plenty to come from Neil Warnock right through with us till 9 o'clock. It's coming up 7:15, talkSPORT Travel Time. Okay, 19 minutes past 7 o'clock, talkSPORT Breakfast. Dean Saunders, the storyteller, and Neil Warnock with us right up till 9 o'clock now. Villa legend Gabby Agbonlahor. What's he done now? I was speaking yesterday on the young Arsenal 15-year-old that's been, well, making a bit of noise lately. A bit of a sensation, this kid, or could be. Max Dowman is the name, if you haven't heard, and how much he should play this season. Gab.
Maybe it's a case of, you know what? You've had a little go. You've done well, but you know what? You're going to go back to under 18s, maybe not under 16, maybe under 18s football, maybe under 23s as well next season, and maybe we don't see him next season at all. That's what I would imagine would happen. Yeah. But if he is good enough, and Arteta might have a few injuries, might make the bench for a Carabao Cup game, early rounds, comes on, I've got no problem with it. If you're old enough, you're ready.
Gabby Agbonlahor there. Neil, if we go back a few years, you gave John Bostock his debut when he was just 15. This kid, Dowman, I've not seen enough of him, but Parlour, and everyone raves about him, said he's some player. It's young, very young, but if you're good enough, do you get in for the odd game? Or, you know, Gabby saying go back to the kids. You can't go back to kids once you've sampled, surely, a bit of first-team action and you don't look out of place.
I mean, it is difficult. I mean, in John's case, when I gave him his debut at Palace, I told him to, you know, if you stay here, you'll play 50, 60 games in the next couple of years and your career will take off. But I think his dad was a big influence on him, and he ended up going to Tottenham and never really fulfilled his career. A big influence
or a bad influence?
Well, that's for you to say that. I don't think I should be talking like that on talkSPORT. You get into trouble.
I love the way you nodded your head.
I know.
Do you know what? Do you know when they're young like that, Neil? It does matter.
Throw you under the bus.
It does matter what position they play as well, doesn't it? If they're defenders and they're young, they're going to get out.
I've got to say to you though, Dean, we talk about age. I remember going to Birmingham with one of my teams, and I said to the central midfield player, listen, this is your day today, son. The kid's only 16, this Bellingham. You bloody just sort him out. He never had a kick, this kid. And I'm thinking, you can't play centre midfield in the Championship at 16. Impossible. He was something else, Dean, honestly. Yeah. And in 90 minutes, I come off the pitch thinking, well, I can't believe that, what I've just seen. 90 minutes, he destroyed us, and he was 16-year-old.
Wow.
So if you're old, like you say, if you're old enough, you're good, you know. But you've got to be careful with kids as well, though. With 15-year-old at the Arsenal lad and things, it goes to their head, no matter what you say. It goes to the Reds. They read the papers. They get big cars if they're not careful. They need good guidance at that age. And I'm not sure they get it all together there for them at the minute.
Neil, and you know, you've managed, crikey. Do the modern day manager now, do they talk to players? Do they put arms around them now? Or is it, this is the way, it's my way or the highway?
I don't think man management is rife now. I think now it's all data and the computers and what you're going to do here and what you're going to do there. I think they miss out on the human element, and I think it's the man management side that will get the best out of that extra percentage to get these top players. I didn't think top class players would need motivate, but I went to Man City a few weeks ago, Matt Pep, and it opened my eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
What way?
Because you've got top class players. First of all, Haaland's run towards me. Can I have a selfie? I thought, am I right here? It should be me running towards him, shouldn't it? But we're talking about them. These lads were just ordinary lads, and there was so much ability. But to close down like they did, Dean, you know, when they put a session on, I'm watching Pep, and he was so intense. These lads grafted and closed down, whereas, you know, my team used to graft, but we hadn't got their ability. So we used to get by working harder.
Yeah.
But these lads work hard. So I was surprised at the intensity of that. But they do, even talking to Pep, you do miss a bit of humour. You don't have that. Do you know? I mean,
you used to speak to players, didn't you? I remember you telling me, Wolves, Jamie O'Hara came up and says, Jamie, you're a good player on the ball. Now get the piano off your back and get them legs going.
Well, it was something like that. Well, my first day, but Jamie, I walk on the pitch, I speak to the players. No, you know, you're talking about Adrian Durham talking about Serena getting a manager's job.
England manager's job.
If she can stand in front of 35 players and convince them that her way's the way forward and they're all going to improve and they're all going to get success, they'll listen. The minute you say something ridiculous, that you'll lose them in 5 minutes. And so once you've convinced them, then individually you go round them all and tell them what their role is. Well, like you were really good at it, weren't you? You'd go around and say, the strikers, I know you haven't scored for a few games, but keep getting in there, keep getting on the end of things. I'm not going to leave you out. I won't leave you out. I'll give you another 4 or 5 games. Keep going, son. And then others, you need to get their feet back on the ground. You say, who do you think you are? You know, stop doing the things you're good at.
It's still man management. You know, success, I still think man management is 90% of being successful. You've got to have the best players as well. But it was funny because he when I was up there, he said, do you want to say a few words to the lad? And he got them all.
Did he?
You got them all in, like.
Wow.
They all come in, and by that time, I was just enjoying it because I get on well with Pep. And he'll not mind me saying it. So I said, well, come on in, lads. I said, just think yourself lucky, you lot. And I pointed my finger all around him. I said, if I was here now, you'd be kicking that ball from there, up in the air, down to there, and chasing it. Think yourself lucky, you know.
They all laughed.
So they did that. You've got to have a bit of humour in there, I think.
Neil Warner with us to 9 o'clock. Right, 7:25. Now time for this.
I say I don't like cricket. Oh no. I love it. I don't like cricket. No, no. I love it.
Okay, talkSPORT Sam Quek is back with us from London. Sam, what you got for us?
Yeah, good morning. We polled here at talkSPORT over 5,000 of the listeners at the dugout to answer our office debate, which was, what is the nation's second favourite sport? Now, I was going to ask the three of you, and good morning, Neil, what would be your second favourite sport and what you thought the result was? But, you know, I think that song's kind of given it away now. It is, in fact, cricket. So before we discuss the results, do you three agree with that? Do you have a different opinion?
I love cricket, mate.
And me.
I went to the Somerset. I went to the T20 a couple of weeks ago at Taunton. What a night! I absolutely loved it, mate.
Well, if I could sit at the Oval, is it next week?
Thursday, Al.
You can
sit here. Day one of Glorious Goodwood. I ain't moving from here.
Yeah. But you couldn't sit for 5 days, Alan. They'd have to bring you trays.
No,
out,
I couldn't. No. I watched that the other day. I watched cricket. I watched Old Trafford, and I thought, crikey, it's a long old day, isn't it? Especially not just for the punters, but the guys out in the field. It's a long day fielding.
I mean, golf. I watch Williams in the PGA now, and I will love.
Is he really?
Yeah, he just qualified last.
Wow, brilliant!
And I watch him, and I feel so proud when I watch him. And that. But it's an individual sport, that, isn't it? You know, it's all about practice, technique, and mental, isn't it? It's upstairs how you play as well when you look at.
Surely, do you know that's your second favourite, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, I prefer the test matches to the one-day games because it is a game of chess. You try to explain the rules of test cricket to someone who doesn't know the rules, it's impossible.
If you're having a bet, it's got to be T20.
Well, yes, like you go in and bat and we'll score more than you. But the test matches, last 5 days, it's just strategy.
These have been the best I've seen these. I know they batted out the other day, but I think that the test matches have been, because the wickets have been better, haven't they? You know, they've been better, so they give it. But I mean, India should have won first 3 tests in my eyes.
Yeah.
They just threw it away.
So tight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sam, what did they come up with third and fourth, or was it just the best one?
Sam, don't tell us tiddlywinks like I heard earlier.
No, genuinely, there was answers who people legitimately put tiddlywinks and marbles. Also like to watch surfing, which is quite hard to watch. I don't know if anyone saw it at the Olympics.
Sam, what sort of survey is this?
I don't know. 5,000 people.
Tiddlywinks.
Did you?
And marbles.
5,000 numpties, you mean? With tiddlywinks and marbles, give us a break. They're taking the you know what.
To be fair, fellas, I would much rather watch that ahead of Test match cricket. I'm just going to, because I know how much you love it. It's a traditional sport, but I'm more of a 100 girl. Cricket for me is too long. I mean, is it like a intense sport if you're stopping for lunch in the middle?
Sam, dare I ask, where was hockey?
You've stumped me there, Alan. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started about hockey. 2016, 10 million people watched the Olympic final. It was the second most played sport, and it's just dropped and dropped and dropped. That's another thing I'll be talking about on another day. I've got enough to say about that. It died a little bit on the vine. I'm gutted.
Don't worry about that, Sam. We'll be back later. Right, 7:20 on talkSPORT.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were absolutely sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money, but instead of entering league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. Think of it like the Harlem Globetrotters of football, and it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil, and the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest clubs in Brazil.
25 minutes to 8 o'clock. It's amazing when you do an OB, an outside broadcast, how the time flies, isn't it? It really is. Just being somewhere outside, live, outside the studio. Fantastic.
Clouds have come over now.
Well, it's going to be a little bit like that all day. I think we could have a shower or two, but listen, it's day one. Coral box, only wet in here as Whispering Angel. So I wouldn't worry about it, Dino.
I've got a jacket to put on as well, lads. You'll be impressed with my jacket.
Will I?
Especially, I've just
Well, that's a tricky old shirt. He's got the old cuffs up with
I've just
the
seen
pattern.
Dave coming in his new suit, you know.
Lord Ashley patterns.
Yeah.
I had an all-time...
Laura Ashley, listen at him.
I never told you about this, Alan. I knew I've fallen from grace, but this is a new low. Ollie Thornton said to me last night, Dean, will you iron my shirt for me?
He what?
He asked me to iron his shirt.
No way.
Yeah, he couldn't iron a shirt. He's been to university, he's got degrees, can't iron his own shirt.
Well, I'm not
He got
saying,
Ed to do it.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with not being able to iron a shirt. I'm just saying it seems a bit strange he's asking you.
And then he's gone off me onto
You're
Ed.
always going on about the high press, aren't you?
They're just good friends.
High press, low block.
They're just good friends, Alan. Just good friends.
Right, this lovely little number, that was called Fish and Chips by Chuck Berry, but why are we playing it? Well, there's a story in the paper this morning. If you want a fish and chips in England, Scarborough is the place, Neil Warnock. To go has been ranked number one in the country for chippies. I tell you, I was down Felixstowe, when was it, Monday? Beautiful.
Yeah, you'd take some
Sunday,
beating.
beautiful.
Scarborough. Even my daughter Natalie, she went to Scarborough yesterday for fish and chips. So funny you're saying that, but it's got fantastic fish and chips.
Is there not one on the way up? Where is it now?
Grimsby.
North, what do they call it? There's a oh God, it'll come to me. Keep going.
But hey, listen, when you go down, live in Cornwall as well. I mean, we go to this place called Lou, and that on the docks, you know, the trawlers come in.
Yeah, but that's pilchard and fries.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
Do you have lobsters and crabs and all that?
I'm not a big fan of lobster, if I'm honest. I love scallops.
Oh,
That'll do me. Scallops
with a little bit black pudding.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And there's some lovely restaurants down there. So.
Yeah, but the problem is it's 5 hours away.
Can't be helped. That's if you're lucky and you don't go on a Friday.
There's the one in Padstow. Not Rick. I like Rick, but not his. The other one.
72, I think.
Yeah, that's it. That's nice. Paul, someone.
Yeah.
Paul Ainsworth.
Yeah,
is it?
very good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Right. So there you go. The Yorkshireman. Neil, you'd agree with that. Right. Back to the racing now. As a petition to axe the racing tax has been launched as government tax raids threatens the future of British horse racing. Right. Here's a few of the main facts. 2,752 jobs at risk following proposed tax hikes, according to new independent research. Proposed tax changes by the government could see industry suffer at least £330 million revenue loss in the first 5 years, risking the future of this historic sport. Ahead of glorious Goodwood starting today, the BHA, the British Horse Racing Authority, is calling for the public to back British racing and sign the hashtag Axe the Racing Tax petition to save Britain's most cherished sporting and cultural institutions. Now, you only have to look at the history of Goodwood. You have to look at the history of Newmarket, where King Charles raced his hack, Old Rowley, against some of the lords and landowners then. That's why it's called the Rowley Mile. And there's so much history with the kings and queens of this country involved in racing. So this is a serious situation. Let's say a very good morning to the Chief Executive of the British Horse Racing Authority, and it's Brant Dunshea. Brant, very, very good morning, Brant.
Morning, guys. Thanks so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. I look forward to perhaps catching up with you in a few hours' time when I get there on course myself.
Well, Brant, that'd be lovely. But with that accent, Brant, you're certainly not from Scarborough, are you? Where are you from? New Zealand, Australia?
Originally from Australia, but grandmother from Scotland, so been here a long time now.
Lovely. Right, Brant, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this, because there's a lot to take in. What is your worst fears here, Brant?
Look, I think you've articulated it really incredibly well in your introduction. This is an unprecedented threat for our sport. This tax raid, tax grab, whatever you want to call it, seeks to harmonise the betting duty and put us in a position where horse racing is taxed at the same rate as effectively online casinos and games of chance. So that would see, at the very least, an increase of 6% on the tax on operators who offer our product and bet on racing. So, you know, we've outlined the independent economic analysis that we've undertaken, and it's catastrophic, frankly, if this goes ahead. And what we are trying really hard to help government decision makers understand is that, on top of the other financial challenges that we've been experiencing around the introduction of affordability checks, a failure yet by government to review the levy, is that this third blow could tip us into what could be described as terminal decline. And we're more than just a sport. We are more than just a sport. I mean, you guys are there today. You know what an event like Glorious Goodwood brings to people from all parts of British society. It's a cherished part of our culture. Second most attended spectator sport in the country that brings, enjoyment and fun to millions. Major employer and brings communities together all across the country.
Well, you look at Brand, and by the way, let me make this clear to some of the listeners. We're not trying to make people have a bet here. We're trying to make horse racing more affordable for people who want to get involved, that the prize money is worth, taking a little chance. If you have there's more and more syndicates now, isn't there, Bran? And people are loving it as part of even a tiny part of a racehorse, that experience of going racing. So it's not all about gambling. I love the side of it. I remember meeting the great Robert Sangster, of course, a fellow Aussie, lovely, lovely man. And he explained to me about the breeding and how they took on the Arabs. And now, of course, Godolphin are so strong, but you've got Coolmore. It's not just about racing, about betting. Newmarket is it's incredible what happens in Newmarket, the racing school. But we've got to make it affordable as well, that people put money in can get something back out.
That's absolutely right. And we've also got to think about the socio-economic impact. I mean, you've talked about Newmarket there, we've talked about Goodwood, but, horse racing supports jobs and communities right across Britain. Whether it's stable staff, trainers, farriers, feed suppliers, pubs, hotels, taxi drivers. Like our analysis has shown us that if we regionalise this to try and help people understand the potential impacts. Think about Yorkshire, for example. You've got 9 courses in Yorkshire alone. The work, the independent research that we've had done, says that we're looking at a £37 million hit in the first 5 years just in Yorkshire alone, and around 350 jobs. I was at the races at Doncaster not so long ago, chatting with a cabbie on the way to the track, and he couldn't have expressed more clearly to me how important the Doncaster racecourse is to all the local cabbies in Doncaster. With the cost of living, challenges at the moment, people aren't getting cabs home from the pubs and clubs, but they're still using the cabs to move around to and from the racecourse. So, these pressures are going to hit towns all across the country.
Absolutely. Windsor on a Monday night is a fabulous experience, Brand. But all around the country, we've got a big, York coming up. We've got the Legend meeting to come. It is fantastic. Is there, Brand, just finally, is there too many people pulling in different directions here, or are we getting down to, collectively trying to sort this out with the government?
Look, I would say that in terms of racing, we do have we have a very unique structure, but we are absolutely united as a sport on this, and our call to arms to your listeners, to anybody that enjoys a day at the races, is to, jump onto that petition online, hashtag Axe the Racing Tax, sign up, show your support for British racing. We are unanimously in agreement across our sport that this must stop.
Can I just ask you? Brad, can I just ask you?
Sure.
Do you think the government give a damn? Because I don't think they understand half of these things that they're trying to, put forward. They think they can just get money on this and that and the other, and I don't think they have any realistic. I don't think they've ever been to a race course of people that are making these decisions.
I think it's a really good point, and I think that we have wonderful supporters in government. Our all-party parliamentary group, co-chaired by MPs Nick Timothy and Dan Carden, are incredible supporters from both major parties. But I think there's an element, what you're saying is right, in that this policy position has been developed, clearly by advisors, and I think our job is to help politicians all across the country actually understand the impacts and unintended consequences of this poorly thought through policy decision, and help them understand that this would be a very big mistake, and it carries political jeopardy, particularly for those politicians on very narrow margins in electorates that constituencies that are supporting the racing industry.
Yeah. Brandis, look, we could be here for another 2-3 hours talking about this. I'm really intrigued. I want to learn more. Maybe we'll see you later on at the racecourse on day one of Glorious Goodwood. Brand, thank you for joining us on talkSPORT. Chief Executive of the BHA, the British Horse Racing Authority, Brant Dunshay. Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. From excavators to skips or cement mixers to pressure washers, Travis Perkins Hire has all your landscaping needs covered.
Okay, just gone 7:45. We're going to be asking Neil Warnock a few questions about his new best mate. That's coming next.
Would you like to go and speak to Pep? I said, no, he wants to speak to me. I love you.
And Pep wanted a selfie. Can you believe it? Does he understand where the great Pep Guardiola is coming from when he says he's a wreck? We'll carry on discussing where that Isak to Liverpool will get done with this man.
Yeehaw, cowboy! There's a snake in my boot.
Alex Cook will be giving us all the latest, just flown in from the Algarve to make day one here in the Coral Box at Glorious Goodwood. That was a look ahead. We're good friends at Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Okay, 10 minutes to 8 o'clock, day one of glorious Goodwood. It's not so glorious, although it's beginning to brighten up again. No rain so far, though. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Alan Brazil, Dean Saunders and Neil Warnock. Some of the headlines you're waking up to this morning. Now, Morecambe have been suspended from the National League with immediate effect and will not play in the division during the first weeks of the new season. Ooh, that means a fixture away to Boston United on the 9th of August, their first home game against Brackley on the 16th of August, and the trip to Scunthorpe United on 19th of August will no longer take place. Neil, does it make you sad when you hear about clubs struggling like Morecambe?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it happened at Bury. Everybody thought they couldn't fold, and they ended up folding.
Yeah,
and the owner didn't give a damn, really. And it sounds very much like the owner is not really on board with anything. He keeps promising that he's got buyers and things like that, but the ordinary fan, unfortunately, can't do anything about it.
They get in some of these owners, don't they? They get in and they use it as a toy, or their ego, and end up running the debt up, selling the car park, sell the other car park, and they end up bankrupt.
Do you know what, Neil? Down near the bottom there, it's very difficult for a manager to bring in a decent young player because some of them have got good jobs and get paid, playing.
Well, I'm at Torquay. I helped Torquay.
Well, you would know exactly what.
Paul Watton, the manager there, he played for me at Plymouth. And last year he brought 20-odd players in. And we nearly got there. We missed out on 2 goals at the end to Truro, which is fantastic for a Cornish club to get promotion.
Oh, Poldark country,
absolutely.
That is.
And, I don't think the manager got enough credit for getting them up. But at Torquay, to bring players in, it's so difficult because you've got to live down there as well. But he's brought a few in this year, and I'm quite optimistic, this year.
Newcastle manager Eddie Howe has spoken in a press conference this morning about one-away striker Alexander Isak over in Singapore. Howe said this: he is still our player. He's contracted to us. We, to a degree, control what is next for him. I would love to believe all possibilities are still available to us. My wish is that he stays, but that's not in my control. It's a difficult one, isn't it, for Eddie? In his mind, look, he's got to say that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying
the only way.
He's in his mind. He's thinking, what am I going to do?
The only way that'll change if Liverpool tell him that they're no longer going to have him. And we've gone elsewhere, or we'll do it next transfer window, something like that.
Yeah.
That'll get his mind back on it. But until they do that, behind the scenes, it'll be difficult for him.
He's a top player, isn't he? He's got
the
power, balance,
he's the best.
Pace, strength as well. Yeah. Heads the ball. He's proper.
He's the only downside. He has had a couple of injuries, which you'd worry if you pay all that money and he's sat there for 6 months. But apart from that, he's 6'4", moves like a gazelle. Scores goals, also headers, tap-ins, through balls.
So dip your bread in then, really. Get 150 million and move on. And it's not easy. But I think the fans up there, they are. I think they're quite patient, and I think if Eddie had to sell him, and it wasn't Eddie's fault, I think they give him a bit of time, mate.
Yeah.
And I would say, if you don't want to play for Newcastle, bugger off. Yeah. That's what I'd
But what
say.
a shame! Just when they're now beginning to, you suddenly think, oh, Newcastle is a good side now all round. This is what they don't want in their quest to break into the top 3.
I know they'll bring someone in, Al, but it's like, if you look at it simplistically like this. With Isak, they'll be 10 points better off, I would say.
Yeah.
It's hard to write it down, but losing him, you're going to lose 10 points.
Okay, 7:54. Now it's time for a bit of this.
First off, my missus could have played against him.
Well, here I am on my cycle.
Oh, what a load of rubbish that is.
The most exciting thing for me during the afternoon was the chicken and mayonnaise sandwich. I mean, I've always been a bit unlucky, I have a go at referees, but I've been unlucky with referees. I mean, Graham Poll was a disgrace. They'll remember this night for years to come, won't they, the fans? And I certainly will, when I'm fishing on my pond. They're the worst backroom staff I've ever come up across. You don't want to get Chelsea when he's refereeing. And it cost me about 30 grand altogether, Alex.
Hey, we're in London, aren't we?
Danny, go and get it back, son. Go and out it way so I don't sit. Look, you make me feel sick if I look at you.
You've got to die to get 3 points.
What goes through your mind? You don't know. Is it me, or is it payback time for me over the years?
How does something like this come about? Is it something as simple as belief and confidence?
Well, it's having a good manager, isn't it? Really.
Okay, 5 minutes to 8 o'clock. That's a bit strong calling you a dreamer, Ollie.
Yeah. Well, in many ways, I'm dreaming of more bacon butties, to be honest. DJ Ed's had about 6 at the back.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Complete nightmare. Anyway, it's time for Warnock It on the Head, son. Obviously, Mr. Warnock, as we know, is famous for speaking his mind. So
no doubt this is going to be a very intelligent part of the programme.
Oh, my word. Right, first up, it's your favourite topic, VAR. And this is quite an interesting one, actually. So La Liga don't actually have it yet, but they're going to be implementing it. But they might do it with a challenge system, like we see with cricket, like we see with tennis. So they're going to say that managers get 2 chances per match to maybe overturn a decision. What do you make of that, Neil?
Well, I just don't think VAR, in fairness, hasn't been like I thought it would. I got done with Chelsea at Cardiff for an offside goal, and I thought, oh, bring it in and blister. But you forget, the people that are actually looking at the screens in VAR are just as bad as the referees in the middle. Then there's no, I think it's got to be somebody that knows what they're doing, mate. I think they put anybody in there and the same mistakes, and I think it's made referees lazy. They don't make a decision now because they know they've got a backup. Somebody in the studio is going to back them up, and I think it's had the opposite effect on referees.
If I put you in the room with 6 screens and you got 5 minutes to look at an incident, are you confident you would get every single one right?
No, you can't be confident of everything, but a lot of the decisions, Dean, you're sat there thinking, I can tell it's not offside. I can tell it's offside, and it takes them 3 minutes.
Yeah,
that can't be done. So at least they're going to try and get this automation in.
Why do they keep changing? What about this one with the penalty that could come in if the keeper saves it? The game stops. What brain box come up with that one?
Well, you tell me. Probably arson.
So you're having it, or is it Warnock It on the Head, son? The challenge system.
The challenge system, yeah, have it. If they're going to do that, they might as well have a 10-minute break every
Can you imagine scoring a goal down there?
Go in the kitchen, get a cup of tea.
That's another job.
You bang a goal and you look to the linesman, you look at the ref, you look at your teammates, can I celebrate? What a load of
You imagine when you played, you two, the celebrations that you had, and you cannot have any of that now. What have we lost in the game?
No. Do you know what, though? Now, you're going to have a VAR man at the club to tell you when to challenge. Another 250 grand a year.
Well, Forest brought in Mark Kleinberg, didn't they, as a kind of referee?
Yeah, hey, that's another good referee. He did really well at Forest, didn't he? He lasted a long time.
Right, next up, Neil, this is about, as you shake your head, this is about your best mate Pep Guardiola, because he's been talking about his retirement plans. He said that after he finishes at City, he doesn't know whether he's going to stop for a year or 2 years or 3 or 5 or 10, but he says, all I want to do is simply stop and watch the cows go by. And he didn't say much more than that. Are you having that as a nice little retirement plan?
Absolutely.
What were you thinking sometimes during some of your jobs about? Yeah, it must have been some times where you thought, I just want to.
Yeah, but it's slightly different. If I'd got the players that Pep had got, I think I'd retire and have a nice relax. But I never had that. I had to work my socks off with every player that I signed, really. But I can understand when you're at the top level like he has, and he's won everything in the last few years, and he's had a bad 12 months until he finished second and got to the cup final.
Yeah.
Terrible year, innit,
Yeah.
that? So he knows he's in a transformation, but I watched him intensely when I was there for 2 days, and I'm convinced that they'll come back this year, mate, because he could have walked out of that club as soon as anything last year. He had the reasons, but no, he's determined to show people how good he is. That's what I
think he is top class. I think he's changed our game. I really do. I think
he's the best since I've been in.
Yeah.
The best manager in my lifetime, really, for me.
Yeah. Okay, Ollie, we've got a break there. Brilliant. We're back for another couple of hours. Don't worry. Don't go away. Neil's with us to 9 o'clock and the storyteller till 10. Yeah, sorry, 10. It's coming up to 8.
The Lions. Real-life fantasy rugby. Bitter rivalries set aside in a quest to create the world's best team in weeks. There's nothing like it, but who on earth had the idea and how did it all begin? Incredibly, the first Lions tour was organised and funded by three men who played in England's first ever Test cricket match: opening bowler Alfred Shaw, opening batsman Arthur Shrewsbury and captain James Lillywhite. The 1888 Lions squad, then made up of 17 English, 4 Scots and 1 Welshman and a Northern Irishman, took a 46-day boat trip to New Zealand before heading to Australia. The Lions weren't alone on the boat. Also on board were 300 stoats and weasels, who were brought over to eliminate New Zealand's rabbit problem. The first ever Lions captain, Robert Seddon, died of drowning midway through the tour while sculling on a river. Andrew Stoddart, who was another of the cricketers there, took over and was the star of the tour. The next one was the first to get official recognition from the RFU against the newly formed Springboks. Although the Lions won the series and beat the Boks again 5 years later, in the 12 series since in South Africa, they've only won 2. New Zealand has proved an even tougher hunting ground, just the 1 series win for the Lions in 11 attempts, which came in 1971. And then there was that nail-shredding drawn series in 2017, only the second in Lions history. Only once have the Lions clinched a series after losing the first test, 1989, when David Campese's infamous ghost pass was pounced upon by Ian Evans. Before World War II, the Lions had a dark blue strip, which on the 1930 tour forced the All Blacks to play in all white. So in 1950, the iconic red shirts, white shorts and blue and green socks combination was born. It remains the symbol of the greatest alliance of adversaries in all of sport. To borrow the phrase from Jim Telfer, the Lions is Everest.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast, 4 minutes after 8 with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Dean Saunders alongside me, and 1,602 games manager.
27.
Oh, I've got
1,627.
Do you know what?
Get it right, son, will you?
1,602. We're 25 out, guys.
Yeah.
Neil Warnock's with us. Now that's poor, Ollie. That is poor. On the way for you this morning, 2017 British and Irish line, Joe Marler will be with us live here from Goodwood. He won't be happy climbing them stairs. And he'll be joined by England's all-time record appearance holder and best mate, Ben Youngs. We'll have some fun with the two of them in their very own teammates feature. And the Lionesses parade is today. A procession along the Mall will begin at 12:10 before a ceremony at the Queen Victoria Memorial in front of Buck House. Fans will be able to attend the event for free, and the celebration will broadcast live on talkSPORT, of course. Neil, you must have plenty of parades with all your promotions. Is there something you enjoyed? You know, let's celebrate with the punters, or was that?
I think it's just the open top bus rides are the best. I mean, luckily I had 4 promotions at Wembley at the playoffs. Brilliant. So when you went back to the town and all the scarves are there, and then you have an open top, it's fabulous, really, to say thank you. And you look around the bus when you're on top of the bus, and you're very proud about the lads that are there. You know, the lads that have got you this success.
You know, them playoffs, you know, sometimes, Dinos, you know, they're not fair. You know, the team that finishes third can get beat by the 6th team, but it's some occasion, isn't it?
Alan, do you know the first one that come on? I was at Notts County the first time, and we finished 17 points in front of Bolton Wanderers. 17 points, and we had to play them. We had to play them in a two-leg semi-final. They scored first at Burnden Park, and I'm stood there. It's raining. Rain's dripping off my nose, and I'm looking. I'm thinking, we're 1-0 down. We finished 17 points. It's not right, this. But anyhow, we equalised and won, and then we won Wembley. So it was all right.
I remember that well. Frank Worthington, that wonder goal. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
On his chest, on his thigh, flicked over a big booch and volleyed it in. What a goal that was, by the way.
My worst one was I was manager of Wrexham. We just got pipped at the post, and then we had to play Luton in the playoffs, and we finished miles ahead of them, 3-0 down after 20 minutes.
Wow.
Gone in.
Yeah, and you've got like all season, I know
it is.
Just blown up in 20 minutes, and we got beat 3-1. But
you know who played that day and scored a cracking header? Big Sam
Allardyce, yeah.
God, towering header, bang. But we did beat them 3-2, Dino, and I notched a couple. Get in there.
Is that why you brought it up?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I thought it might
You know
be.
what's coming.
Yeah.
Right. We will, of course, get our EFL predictions, which starts this Friday. Here we go again on talkSPORT, with a man who knows the EFL better than anyone, O'Neill. Don't miss that. But now, the return of the Premier League is not far away here on talkSPORT, and we cannot wait.
The Premier League title is coming back to Anfield after a 5-year absence.
Now you know how special of a club it is. Now you're part of history as well.
Ball into the feet, Marino, Saka! 1-0 Arsenal! No more than they deserve.
We have brought the club into a position, into a place that next season you have to win a major trophy.
Marmoush coming forward, shooting from the edge of the area, scores a wonderful goal. Oh, it's about 30 yards from goal. Pull the trigger now and find someone on corner. Alexander Isak.
We are being the worst team, maybe, in history of Manchester United.
Tottenham end the season 17th in the Premier League. It's low into the corner, and it is 7-0. Oh, the Premier League, we've missed you.
That's a point, Neil. As a tricky winger, did you ever get a couple of goals in a game?
Yeah, I think I did once. I can't remember where it was, but I had a brace.
What sort of winger were you?
When I was at Barnsley, I finished second top goal scorer, 12 goals.
Did you?
Yeah, and only Brian Joyce beat me, and he took penalties. So I thought that were good as well.
Oh, Joyce! I had a friend who was apprentice at Ipswich. Loved Joyce.
Yeah, he was good. He'd be worth a few quid now.
Oh yeah,
up front.
Did you cross the ball early?
I was a right-footed, but I played on left wing.
So drop your shoulder.
Yeah.
Whip it in. Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
So should just show you outside all the time?
No, because I was quick. I was. What they described me at Rotherham, quick and brainless.
So was you coming inside and shooting it?
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes, like Anthony.
Funnily enough, at Rotherham, one of they got it on. I come across 18-yard box. I went to shoot and I hit it with my other foot. Clicked it and missed it. Carried on, did it, and I did it again. Nearly fell over twice trying to shoot. But
17 more days. It's all rolling around again very quickly. It's going to be a cracker. Will Liverpool remain firm at the top? Will the Arsenal be more competitive now? They've got a striker. All kicks off Friday, 15th of August at Anfield. Champions Liverpool against Bournemouth, live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Arsenal have got a real tough start, Neil. I don't know off the top of my head, but first 6 games.
First 6, wasn't it?
I'm like, whoa. Can City re-find the form? Neil thinks so after losing the crown last campaign. Pep was quoted in the back of the Sun today saying he's a wreck from the physical toll that managing City has had on him. I think he likes his golf, doesn't he, Pep? Plays a bit of golf and gets a little bit of relaxation there. Dino, you love yours.
I think he plays off 14, I think.
Yeah, a friend of mine, Liam, looks after him. He's a good guy, big guy, Titleist. Pep says the nights are harder, the day-to-day is harder. Now I'm 75-year-old, I'm a wreck. The job of a coach, and I'm not just saying this for myself, but for all my colleagues, it's 24/7. Neil, is the sorry, Dino, I keep ignoring you here.
Sorry, don't get used to it. Who said that?
Is Pep a listener to his assistants, Neil, or is he... kids only hears them and makes his own decision.
I'm not 100% sure, if I'm honest. But when I really enjoyed his company, and I found that he was picking my brains as much as I was enjoying picking his. You know, it was like a mutual thing. I think he thinks, you know, when you've been a manager and you know the stress that you've been under, I think it's easier to talk to somebody like that. But I mean, the pressure he puts himself under is you know, he wants to be the best, and he's so perfect in what he does. Sometimes when things are not quite right, you can't see that.
Are you surprised that Jose's still going and apparently loving it?
No, not at all. No, because behind all that mask, and you know, everybody, you know, what did he call himself? The chosen one.
Special one.
Special one. I mean, behind all that there's a nice guy, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I really got on well with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I was glad when he had his hair cut, because Sharon used to love him, you know. When he had that long hair, he was such a handsome bugger, wasn't he? I remember telling him, thank God you've had your hair cut now. You're one of us now. Yeah.
Dear. Still a month or so left in the transfer window, but it's been a very busy one already so far. £1.6 billion been spent already, Dino. And how much did you get to spend as a manager, Dino? Zilch?
I've never spent 1 pence, actually. You know, 6 teams are managed, but probably you end up getting a sack if you don't spend
worry.
a few quid.
Dino, don't worry, son. Have a little cry now. Just carry on.
Actually, I would say, not because you sat here, like your job was totally different to Pep's. You had to make chicken salad out of chicken.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and you had to go in.
No, I don't. Do you know what you mean?
Well, you had to make. Well, I'll say it easy. Like chicken manure. You had to change it into chicken salad somehow. Where you walk in and
I'll just jump in here to save you, Dino. All right. My teams weren't that very good, Alan.
No,
but they worked hard. And I got more out of them than I probably should have done.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
And not
Dino,
the chicken manure.
Say you never got your message across, your players.
Well, I was trying to give you a compliment. Why are you laughing when I'm joining in?
I know.
All right, last season's top 4 make up 5 of the biggest spenders this season. Well, United looking to make up ground after finishing 15th. The outlier of the total figure, just over £1 billion has come from 6 teams, the traditional so-called Big 6 in the Premier League: Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United and Spurs. Will we see a return this year of the traditional Big 6? Can United, first of all, Dino, can United and Spurs get back in this race?
No.
For Europe?
No. I think Spurs have got more chance than United. I hope Man United come back to what they were, because we miss them. They should be up there competing. Now they're not even getting a mention. I don't think they can. I think they're miles off it.
I do like him. I just don't see it. I don't think he sees what they really need. I know they've signed a couple of good players, but they haven't had a defence now for years. And I don't see them signing anybody.
They've got the same players are there. Like Harry Maguire's still there. Is Lindelof, is he still there? I think he's still there. The same players. I mean, at one point, he had Phil Jones playing in front of Harry Maguire. So they've still got the same defenders.
In fairness to Harry, he fought back and he ended up the best one.
Dillett's decent, isn't he? Dillett, he's not bad. Harry Maguire's not bad. But that isolates them when they end up with 3 at the back and they get stretched everywhere.
Neil, is Bruno your type of player, or should he be doing more?
I think he's the answer to, you know, he is a top class player.
In a top class side?
Yeah, I mean, he's not my cup of tea as a person. I don't like the way that he talks and shouts, and he lets people see what he's shouting on the pitch. It's all for him, I think. That he is a good player and he is playing with lesser players, so it is frustrating for him. But if he's the captain, he should be doing that in the dressing room, not on the pitch in front of everybody.
Okay, 8:15 on talkSPORT. Travel next.
One moment. Did you capture it? Just let it slip. Yo.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking. How? Everybody's choking now. The clock runs out. Time's up. Over. Blow. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's pro. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this.
Well, hopefully, if Scottish superstar Lewis Capaldi is listening this morning, then playing Ali would have sent him to sleep. Well, he does as well. Revealed in the papers this morning, Lulu buys. Lewis Capaldi has revealed the novel way he sends himself off to sleep by listening to Eminem. Lou explained, if I'm going to fall asleep, especially on a plane, I put on some Slim Shady because I feel like it really puts me at ease. Dino, Neil, talk me through your nightly routines, getting yourself to sleep. I've not been sleeping well at all lately.
Do you know what I really enjoy now? Like jazz. I enjoy slow jazz now. At
Do you?
night.
What, a bit of George Benson?
Well, not so much George Benson, just nice. I put it on my Spotify and that's me done then. I just nod off.
I watch...
Do you count sheep, Dino?
You see, again, it's anti-Welsh. You know, there's no need for it. You know what I mean? I'm getting fed up with this. YouTube. I watch YouTube golf chipping videos and puts me to sleep.
What, Rupert Bell, starring Rupert Bell.
Not that I'm addicted, but I'm watching videos of golf all night.
That's sad, isn't it, that, Dean?
Why?
Really?
Why?
Watching golf videos.
I like it, yeah. Shell's Wonderful World of Golf. Gene Sarazen playing against Ben Hogan. I watch things like that.
Do you?
Yeah, on Pebble Beach, yeah.
You are your medical, haven't you?
Yes. I'm all right, don't worry.
Right, time now for the latest odds with Coral, day one of glorious Goodwood, and someone who sends everyone to sleep. Here comes Steve-O.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. Proud sponsors of the Qatar Goodwood Festival. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Morning, Steve. You look a bundle of health coming back from Montenegro on your honeymoon.
Yes.
Fantastic. Casino Royale.
We did the boat trip into the old submarine tunnel from the Cold War, Neil, when the old Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
And the scene from the James Bond film was filmed there. Interesting place, Montenegro. Really interesting place, yeah.
You've been in Top Man again, Steve-O, Top Man? Straight out the window, medium, is it?
Tell you what, whoever wrote that introduction's not getting any whispering today, and you're going the same way, Saunders.
I'm not saying anything detrimental.
Neil, lovely to see you. That's all I'll say.
Thank you,
Steve-O, so we got an early doors first race.
Yeah.
Well, I bet a lot of the boys might be in the paddock with me. Shadow Dance.
Tell us about Shadow Dance, because he's very easy to back this morning.
No, he will be. Listen,
28 to 1 now.
He's dropping back. Right, so mile 2, the first race. He's drawn in the car park. I think, with the greatest respect, he'll run a decent race. He's a beautiful horse. Just got done last time, the back end of last season.
Yeah.
In a big race. Got beat a short head. We thought he'd won it. He's a proper horse. Lovely. Roger's got him in great shape. The Ebor would be his target, but he'll run okay today.
Yeah. Jack Mitchell, good jockey riding him. But it's a brilliant day. 8 races today, Neil, to get us underway here. Is this your first time down at Glorious Goodwood?
Yeah. When we were driving in, I thought, is that my... You know, have I been in? I got mixed up with Ascot. You know, when the Queen came down in the carriageway and all that. But it's lovely here, picturesque, isn't it? Looking at it from here.
I'll give you the big tour later on, because obviously we've got the Downs over that side. We look over the other side across the Isle of Wight, Chichester, the cathedral in Chichester. Yeah. So I'll give you the tour. Dino, you've been before.
Steve was a local here.
Is he?
His mum and dad are from here, yeah.
Right. Well, that's why I've never said anything detrimental about him. Because I'm having a tour, Dean. You're not. You're going to be pushed out.
This is my favourite track.
Is it?
Goodwood, yes. It is. My favourite track. But obviously Cheltenham's good in Ascot, but this is my favourite track.
Yeah, look, if the sun shines, there's nowhere finer to see the sport of racing. And it's a big week, not just on the racing front. There's the cricket match tonight that my colleague Scobie's playing in there. He's putting the jockey silks away and getting the cricket whites out tonight.
You know what? The estate here is just stunning. Honestly, if you get a chance, you should come here for a weekend. You can walk in the woods and all that. It is beautiful down here. There's a lot to do on this estate. It's marvellous how they've turned it into...
There's the motor racing, the Festival of Speed, the revival meeting, doing the old sports car driving on Thursday morning. So
you get the aerodrome as well.
I went to a sprint one yesterday near Honiton. The Winchcombe, I think it was 35 seconds, 40 seconds of speeding. A mate of mine who's an electrician was in it. What some of the cars that they build, it's unbelievable, isn't it now? Yeah. What the money that they spend.
You should come here to the revival.
Yeah.
It is wonderful.
Got the Rolls-Royce factory here, Neil. If you win enough money today, go and order yourself a new car.
I've got a Triumph Vitesse called Gladys, 1971. Red leather. White one with the roof down.
When I walked into the box, the first thing you said to me was humidity.
Yeah, number 7.
Yeah, in the second race, the Coral Vintage.
And you said it's not bad. I said, well, no. He said, how do you know it? I said, well, because that's where my pin went in the paper.
Well,
this morning.
Your pins landed on a good one. 2 from 2. One at the Royal meeting, one at Royal Ascot. Humidity, trained by Aidan, and bought by Wathden Racing, who are the Qatar royal family, who are the big sponsors here. They love having winners here this week. 9-2. So I think you've still got some credit with Coral from the Cheltenham Festival about 5 years ago.
I wasn't going to bring that up, Dave.
It's amazing, isn't it? People who don't need the money.
In 5 years, I know it's got interest though. In 5 years now, hasn't it? 5 years ago.
And the other thing we all want to know: there's a horse running later called Atlantis Blue. Jim Crowley rides it, our Coral ambassador, and Neil Warnock is one of the owners of this horse.
Well. Sounds like a good name. Anybody with a name like that's got a chance, hasn't it, in the horse racing?
I think it's got a chance. Say Jim Crowley rides.
I'll be having a little. I'm going to say 2 and 6. That's what I had on Nicholas.
Steve, we shouldn't forget our friends from Ireland coming over. They normally have a fantastic, glorious Goodwood. Illinois.
The big race today is the Goodwood Cup, Al. The 2 mile, the Stayers race. Illinois, Mount of Ryan Moore, 6-4 favourite. Was second to Trawlerman in the Ascot Gold Cup. Now, he doesn't run here, Trawlerman, so Illinois is the clear form pick. But really interesting, there's very little between Illinois now and his stablemate, Scandinavia. The 3-year-old, one at the Newmarket July meeting. Wayne Lorden gets around. Now, Ryan doesn't always end up on the right one. Occasionally, he can be. It would have been hard for him to turn Illinois down, Group 1 winner. But 6-4 Illinois, 2-1 Scandinavia. One thing certain, Aidan O'Brien's probably going to win it.
Can I just ask you, from a layman, when you've got 2 from the same yard, how can it be so competitive then?
Well, because they're both earned on merit their chance to come here and to win that race. You know, it's big prize.
So there's no love lost between them.
No. Wayne Larkin will do his utmost to beat Ryan. Don't worry about that, won't he, Steve?
Oh, no question at all. This is the great thing about. Look, sometimes we know they're in there as a pacemaker, if you like, a bit like in athletics.
Yeah.
These 2 today are both in there on their merits, and the great thing about this operation, the Coolmore operation, they will go out there and say the best horse win. There won't be any team orders, not like the Tour de France. Or Formula One.
Does Dorset run today in the...
Yeah, he's favourite for the Coral Vintage Stakes, ahead of Humidity. He's 2-1.
I think I'd be on Dorset.
Yeah.
Good for you, son.
Aidan O'Brien again.
What's your banker for the day, Steve-o?
Oh, I really like Scandinavia against Al in the Goodwood Cup.
Why? Tell me why, Steve-o?
He's a 3-year-old. So he gets weight from Illinois for a start as a younger horse.
He's battled hard in Illinois.
He is. No, listen, it could be one of those great battles actually between the stablemates, Neil. So, and then a horse I just love, Dino. He's almost as old as you. He's called Kinross.
Oh,
and he's the Lennox race, the 2:30. He's running it for the last 4 years. He's won twice, finished 3rd, finished 2nd. He's just a standing dish in this race. He's a brilliant horse. 8 years old.
What about the ground? Because we might get a shower or 2, but nothing substantial, I don't think.
It's good ground. Ed Arkle, the clerk of the course, he would have aimed for that.
What a name, eh? Ed Arkle. What a name.
Just very quickly, actually, it's very sad news yesterday from the world of horse racing. Edward O'Grady.
I know. I was talking
about Arkle, Irish legends.
Yeah.
Edward O'Grady, an absolute Irish legend, sadly passed away yesterday. So thoughts with Edward's family.
Brilliant, Steve-o. Look forward to it today, really. But are you still whispering, Steve-o?
Don't worry. I'm coming back on in a bit, and by that time the fridge will be unlocked.
Okay.
Thank you for inviting me, Dave. Okay.
Pleasure.
Much appreciated.
You're always welcome.
And can you bring his money? 8:28.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. Proud sponsors of the Qatar Goodwood Festival. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earn 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
See you, Neil. at a concert, Wembley, lighter in the air. I bet you like a bit of Coldplay.
To be fair, I think that one's lovely, that. But it's not my, I'm a Motown old-fashioned dancer, mate. So I didn't get brought up to this.
They all grew up together at UCL in London.
I know, but it's good.
College London.
Some of the music's really good, isn't it? The way, but you think you can understand why they're live, because they're brilliant live, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you fancy a bit of Coldplay are back at Wembley this summer, and we've got a huge VIP prize up for grabs. So unlucky listener, you'll like this, Neil. We're giving you the chance to win 6 tickets in a private box for you and your mates. It's August the 22nd, full hospitality, plus we're chucking in 10 grand spending money, completely tax-free. Here's how you enter. 18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland for a chance to win. Text the word WIN, W-I-N, to 83338 by 4th of August, 11 p.m, and you're in the draw, Dino. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, Dino, or post your name and number to Coldplay competition, P.O. Box 3190, Colchester CO2 8GP, to arrive by 5 p.m. on the 7th of August. A talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. Time now for our favourite feature.
Rookies Roundup, right here every day. Rookies Roundup, which players are on their way. If an agent's got a story.
Hello, Alex Crook. What you got for me?
Rookie gets it first.
Yeehaw, cowboy! There's a snake in my boot.
He gets all the gossip from the best players to the worst. Of course, it's time for Crookie's Roundup. He's the very best. He's the rootinest, tootinest journo in the Wild Wild West. Crookie's Roundup.
Yeah, I know Buzz from my Bournemouth days, actually.
Oh yes, our transfer roundup with Chief Football Correspondent Alex Crook. Am I talking to you from the Algarve, the airport, or are you back, Crookie?
Morning, Alex.
Morning, Alex.
Good morning, boys. I am back. Only about 10 miles from where you boys are this morning. The rain is beating down on my conservatory roof.
Oh.
So yeah, not quite glorious Goodwood, but yeah, can't wait to get down there this afternoon.
It's not here, mate. It's not here.
Keep it away.
Oh, well, it might be on your way out. It might be on your way out. But I've been up since the crack of dawn. It's like Christmas Day, isn't it, for us?
Yeah, brilliant. So transfer roundup, he only lives around the corner. He's also been given accreditation for today at the racecourse, so he really should be here. But after too many sagas out in Portugal, Phil Crookie couldn't be bothered to make his way to the course. Lovely, thank you. Well, I thought you'd be here now, having a bacon butty and getting ready, taking in the atmosphere.
I'll be there with you tomorrow. We didn't land until 11 o'clock last night. I didn't get home till gone 1 o'clock. So the 8:30 start was just a little bit too early for my body clock.
That's no excuse, 1 o'clock.
Free food and drink, Alex. I'm surprised you're not here.
Right, let's kick on. What about Jack? Jack Grealish. Neil, Dino and I have been talking about him. Heavily linked now with a loan move to Everton. Could that happen?
It's one of the possibilities on the table. I think it's pretty clear that Jack Grealish doesn't have a future. Manchester City obviously didn't travel for the Club World Cup, was really frustrated at his lack of minutes in the FA Cup final when City were losing to Crystal Palace, left out of the last Premier League game of the season as well. I'm told he's accepted his City career is over. Everton and West Ham, two of the clubs keen on signing him on loan from the Premier League, but I think there's going to need to be a bit of negotiating to be done. He earns £300,000 a week. Obviously, that would be too rich for Everton. So I think either he's going to have to take a pay cut, or Manchester City, if they do agree to loan him out, would have to supplement those wages. So I think there's a lot of water to flow under the bridge.
Is he not more of a Tottenham Hotspur player? I think Tottenham Hotspur will suit him down to ground, mate. I'm surprised they've not come in for him, really.
That was mentioned.
one of the big foreign clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tottenham were mentioned right at the start of the window. Then obviously they diverted their attentions to Morgan Gibbs White. Now that hasn't happened. I guess there is a possibility they come back in Napoli were also keen at one stage, but I think they've cast their attentions elsewhere. Personally, I think a move abroad might suit Jack Grealish at this moment in time. You look at how it's galvanised Scott McTominay in particular at Napoli, and maybe a complete change of scenery is just what he needs.
Monaco?
Well,
that's terrible, Alan.
I can see him enjoying himself
Don't answer that at all, Alex, all right?
What about Sesko from Leipzig to Man United?
Possible. I think the two big names on their radar in terms of the number 9 are him and Ollie Watkins. I reported last week that they'd made contact with Aston Villa. The message back from Villa was that he's not for sale, but I think every player has his price. I think there's a similar price range, actually, around the £60 million mark. The issue for Manchester United is they've got to get those players off the wage bill before they can really go big on a number 9 now. Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho, Anthony, the players we've been talking about almost every day, still training on their own. But I think if one of those is sold, then United will ramp up their interest in a forward.
Crookie, what about a couple of your local sides, Pompey and Southampton? Any news there?
Well, news of potential outgoings at Southampton. One definite, Jan Bednarek left the club to go to Porto yesterday. They triggered a £6.5 million release clause. And Aaron Ramsdale to Newcastle is a possibility this morning. Eddie Howe obviously had him at Bournemouth. They missed out on James Trafford, so clearly they're looking to strengthen the goalkeeping department. That would be a loan deal, but I think Southampton are going to have to lower their demands significantly. Fairly quiet for Pompey so far in this window, and I am a little bit concerned about them because they did really well to stay up last season on a minimal budget. But you look at Birmingham and Wrexham, who come up from League One. They're not messing about. I think they're going to be much nearer the top end of the table than the relegation places. So it could be a tough season for John Mousinho's team.
Just a quickie, Cookie. Championship managerial news. Sheffield Wednesday, Danny Roll, is he leaving?
Yeah, well, it's been a bit like the Danny Roll hokey cokey. 1 minute he's out, then he's in again, and now he might be out again. Sheffield Wednesday are negotiating his departure from Hillsborough, and I've got to say I feel for Sheffield Wednesday fans. It's been a wretched summer for them. Big name departures, players not being paid, the training ground not fit for purpose. One of the stands at Hillsborough may not be open for the start of the season, and I think Danny Roll agitated his players by not returning on time for pre-season because he was casting his glances elsewhere. When he did come back, I think some senior players, Barry Bannon amongst them, said, come on, this is not right, we needed you, where were you? And I think that almost made his position untenable.
Alex, we got the magic circle with the strikers going on right now. Obviously, Isak's the key point. If he goes, then there'll be openings elsewhere. And we haven't got to Vardy and Callum Wilson yet. Any news on them two? Two decent strikers.
Yeah, Callum Wilson, I think, has pretty much agreed a contract at West Ham, but I think he's still holding fire and just seeing what other options are on the table. There was talk of Saudi Arabia, but I'm not convinced he'll make that move. I've got to say his agent, Will Salthouse, is very close to David Sullivan and has been trying to get Callum Wilson to West Ham for several windows, so that may well happen. Pretty quiet when it comes to the likes of Jamie Vardy and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I know Calvert-Lewin spoke to Leeds, but his wage demands were too high for them. I think probably those two will wait until right at the end of the window and then see what Premier League options are on the table.
Crookie, nice one. I'll see you tomorrow, mate. Look forward to it. Thank you. Have a good day today. Neil, Calvert-Lewin, there's an intriguing one.
I know. I was just going to say that.
Now, this guy, when he's 100% fit, his movement's great in the air, leaps brilliantly, can score goals.
He's a threat.
He's got enough pace, isn't he?
I know.
Would you take a chance with him with that medical history?
Well, even the likes of Man United, I think I would. You know, like, look, because you know what you're getting with him, don't you? They need a bit of pace, don't they? So, I mean, when Jamie Vardy's got a good chance of getting a club at his age, and that's no disrespect to him, he's looked after himself, hasn't he? It shows you what standard, you know, the strike. There aren't any about, Dean, are there?
Callum Wilson, Ancelotti got him, so not Callum Wilson, Calvert-Lewin. Ancelotti got him between the posts, didn't he? Stopped running out wide, got him scoring goals, and then he gets injured again. Unfortunately, his body keeps letting him down, and he can't get more than 30 games out of him. So if you sign him, you know that's going to happen. Vardy still looks quick, still knows where the goal is. Callum Wilson gets injured as well.
Yeah.
But they'd be good as like backup strikers.
Hey, Neil, what about talking about pros? What about Ashley Young going in at Ipswich, 40-year-old?
Listen, I think it's great. He's looked after himself, good habits. I think Kieran probably needs a little bit of, because he's lost Sammy Morsey now, he's gone away, and I think they need a little bit, somebody that can talk a little bit, and that'll be his job, I think. We'll get in the dressing room, all behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't surprise me, Alan, if he don't end up going on the coaching staff.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's look ahead to the next hour of the show with Benchmark.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. It's easy to hire at Travis Perkins with a Travis Perkins trade account.
And we're going to be joined for the whole last hour of the show by this absolute joker.
I heard you talk about Peppa Pig, mate. Peppa Pig's awful. It's like the world's worst cartoon, mate.
Yes, that's right. Former England international Joe Marler will join us shortly, alongside his old pal Ben Youngs, as they chat and give the inside info on the former England teammates today. Reports from Goodwood are Joe has been mistaken in the car park for a food stall worker.
He's not smiling.
No. Have a guess who's just walked in. Yeah, can I have a hamburger with a bit of brown sauce, please? We also want you to get involved on WhatsApp 03717 223344.
You wouldn't mess about with him, would you?
No.
Hey?
Is the number to send us a voice note. What would you like to ask the biggest character in rugby? Get those in now. You can ask Joe anything. Well, Dean can. And don't forget the Lionesses are back, and they'll be parading around central London. At 12:10 this morning, Neil said his parades were incredibly special occasions, so don't miss any of it with coverage from the parade live on talkSPORT. Up next, though, the EFL returns this weekend, and we'll be getting all the predictions from the man who knows it better than most, Mr. Neil Warnock. That was our breakfast preview with Benchmark.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Find everything you need for your landscaping project in stock and available for delivery. Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning, 12 minutes to 9 o'clock. A guy from Yellowstone's just walked in the box.
What, Rip? Not Rip.
Do you know what's Yellowstone?
Yeah?
Oh, dear.
You think that not Ollie Clink?
Some of the headlines
You can't be speaking to Joe Marler like that, Al. He's going to fill you in.
I didn't mean Joe.
Hey.
Morning. Here's our top man from the box next door. Thank you. Hail, hail. The Lionesses have been celebrated today, taking part in an open-top bus parade through central London before a ceremony at the Queen Victoria Memorial in front of Buckingham Palace box. That's funny. Is it Brendan? He's just come in here from the box next door. Just said to Joe, can you hurry up with the wine, mate? I've got to get it chilled.
He didn't hear you, luckily. He didn't. Joe never heard you. He's looking, he's talking.
That's Michael Table's box there.
Don't you get involved, Dean.
Hey, Steve-o.
No, I'm trying to keep the peace.
He just said, he said to Joe Marler, can you hurry up with the wine, mate? We've got to get it chilled for the Table box.
He's getting nearer, Al. He's getting nearer.
We'll be crossing to the Mall to soak up some of the atmosphere after 9:15 this morning. Bombshell plans are gathering rapid pace for several England stars to take part in a breakaway Rugby Union League. Whoa. R360, which has been driven by Mike Tyndall, Joe don't like him, so we're all right, wants to create generational change in the sport, and plans are well underway for the first season to begin in September 2026. More on that with Joe after 9 o'clock. And former Sunderland, he's shaking his head, why am I here? And Sunderland have agreed a £17 million deal for former Arsenal midfielder Granit Xhaka. Meanwhile, Luis Diaz is edging closer to that Bayern Munich move. Download the free talkSPORT app and receive transfer updates straight to your home screen as soon as any big news breaks. Now, though, our very own Rory Jennings has been in the news this week. Surprise, surprise. He rattled a few punters with his comments about wearing football shirts. Have a listen to this.
To be honest with you, I don't understand why anyone over the age of about 12 is wearing a football kit at any point in their life anyway. This isn't about what name you have on the back. This is about the choice of top that you're choosing to wear as you leave your house.
That is outrageous. If you support your football team, if you're passionate about your football team, you can't blame a fully grown adult for wanting to wear that shirt with pride.
Yeah, I massively do. I think it's a weird way to feel that that's how you have to show your support for
a team. You don't have to.
No, it's a weird way that you feel that's how you have to do it.
Football fans, listen up. The football is back this week. Would you believe, with the EFL kicking things off on Friday night? You know, just on that, would you go on holiday and put a football shirt on?
It's a wind-up. Rory's just winding everyone up, isn't he? Yeah. Surely. Oh. Yeah. Everybody wears a shirt. Do you like to see it, you know, when you go on holiday? And yeah, football shirts on, yeah. We're proud to support your club, yeah.
I'm not sure. Not on holiday, I'm not sure. Kids, yeah.
You know,
absolutely kids, but not with the old Eddie Kelly hanging out, the Bella hanging out, you know.
No, but, Al, Newcastle's the best. Of all the clubs I've been at, Newcastle, everyone's got a Newcastle shirt.
I know. A couple walked past talkSPORT Towers the other day. I had a good chat with them about Isak. Right, so speaking about the EFL, with a man alongside us this morning who knows the EFL better than anyone, Neil Warnock. 1,626 or 27? 27. You still can't get it right, you numpties. With over 1,000 of those in the EFL. So to preview the start of the season this weekend, we're going to ask Neil for some EFL predictions. Not easy. So Neil, let's start with the Championship.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this is a toughie this year.
Yeah, it is, because I think Wrexham and Birmingham, I mean, they're paying so much silly money out, aren't they? So they've got to have a good chance of being up there. My old team, Sheffield United and Middlesbrough that I manage, they're always there or thereabouts. So I think it's going to be wide open. I think it'll be wide open this year.
How about the Swans?
No chance.
No chance, Swansea?
No.
Derby County?
No.
Can I bring you in? You mentioned earlier off air, Wrexham, fantastic story this is. But Cardiff is much bigger than Wrexham.
Absolutely.
Well, Cardiff's the capital of Wales, obviously, and it's like got massive support, and Neil's been the manager there. And if somebody bought Cardiff, if someone come to me and said, "Shall I buy Cardiff City?" I'd go, "Yeah." If you get it at the right price, that club can go all the way up.
It's a fabulous club, and the fans unbelievable. So
I like Cardiff as a city.
My daughter, they go up there regularly for the weekend to Cardiff.
Don't try and get around me now, Al.
No. I went
been anti-Welsh all morning,
and I loved it. It was brilliant. It reminded me of Glasgow, you know, and I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Southampton, Ipswich, and Leicester dropping down from the Premier League, but we've got Sheffield United, Coventry.
Yeah.
What about Coventry?
Well,
can they make a bid?
I mean, you'd think so, but it's hard, you know, for Coventry when you look at the other teams. Leicester coming down, they've got to try and get back up, haven't they? But I don't think it's going to be simple for anybody. I do think it's genuinely, Alan, wide open this year.
What about League One then? Let's move on. Cardiff, Huddersfield, and League One,
and Plymouth.
They've got to have a chance.
Those three, the three teams that came down: Cardiff, Huddersfield, Plymouth. You can't look beyond them.
And what about Luton?
I know. Well, I don't sense it, me, really, Luton. I think Stockport will have a good year. I think they're building properly. I mean, Luton, I hope they do. I mean, it is a lovely club, that, but the way they've just plummeted, haven't they, really?
Can I go back to Wrexham again? Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you think, Neil, the gap, obviously they've gone Conference, League 2, League 1, and now they've gone into the Championship. Do you think the gap there, they can compete?
Yeah, because they're spending big money. If you knew what wages they're paying some of their players, Dean, they're on a par with the top of the Championship, them, let alone anywhere else. Yeah, so they've got a right chance, I think, but you can't just throw money at it. You've got to get that dressing room. The Championship's the hardest one. You've got to have that dressing room spirit, because you are going to have a bad spell in the Championship. But that's why I think it's a great league, mate, because nobody can predict who's going to win.
And down to the English Riviera.
Yes.
What about Turkey?
Yeah, good chance this year. Yeah, they've signed 3 or 4 players. A bit of experience this year. We are a bit too young last year, really. We didn't know in certain games what to do.
What are you actually doing there, Neil?
Hey, 6,000 crowd last week against Plymouth Argyle for a pre-season friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're talking about. It's down in the West Country. You tend to forget a bit about people down there. And listen, I don't do much at all. Paul Watton does all the work.
Oh, you must do something.
Well, I help Paul when I can, and I help the board when I can.
Does he come to you and ask you, Neil, what do you think of this, or do you go to him?
It comes both ways, really. And Michael Westcott, one of the main guys who runs it, I get on well with him as well. And if I can help them, they helped me when I needed them. When I left Notts County, top level, got the sack after taking them up to the Notts County, believe you me, Dean, to the top level. Can you believe that? And got the sack. And then I went to Torquay for 16 games, and it was the best thing I ever did. So it's nice.
You're taking a stake in the club, Neil?
It's nice to put a stake. I have a stake now and then on a Saturday for lunch.
Kill Klein playing for you then?
You can't take it all with you.
Who's playing for you? Notts County. What team did you have there?
Oh, Charlie Palmer and Donna Reardon and Dean Yates, Craig Short.
Yes.
Yeah, we had Steve Cherry. We had some good players in them. You know, it was a good group. But anyhow.
But the problem is Sheffield Wednesday will be looking for a new manager now.
Yeah, but they're looking for new players first. They haven't got a squad yet. I mean, everybody wants.
But that would excite you, wouldn't it? I know you're a Blade, but come on, it's a big club.
Dean, I don't buy when Alan tries to get me going like this. Okay, he's got nothing else to do. I know. I'm not going to fall for it.
But would you fancy the Sheffield Wednesday job?
Yes.
This man's no bottles. Don't worry about that.
We haven't talked about Division 1 and 2. What about
go on then.
Paul Warne, MK Dons? I think they'll win the league this year.
Do you?
Yeah, I do, yeah. He's a good manager, Paul. Gillingham, Chesterfield, close as well. So they're my
Chesterfield,
prediction.
did you have a little spell there?
Yeah, that's my first club as a player,
Yeah.
when I was 18. And it's a great club.
On the wing with those flowing locks?
Near the Crooked Spire. Everybody knows the Crooked Spire, don't they?
Yeah.
So they it's a good. It is a.
Thank God you said that, not chairman.
Yeah. He's in a right mood this morning, Dean.
What about director of football? Do you fancy that?
Director of football. Yeah, but when you live in Cornwall, there's not many options.
Helicopter.
No, don't be silly, Alan.
Why?
It only took me 6 hours yesterday to get here. So that's one of the downsides.
Was you in your Aston Martin?
No, I was in my normal car. Do you know? Your
classic car.
When you sit at the side of Alan all this morning, it rubs off on you. You have to be nasty, don't you? You have to try and be nasty, don't you?
I'm not being nasty.
Okay. All right.
You've got an Aston Martin.
Yeah, he's got. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but I got a promotion for that, and that was
loads of promotions.
Yeah. It was a prize for.
How many promotions you got?
8.
See, that's unbelievable.
I know.
So you're going home for a little sleep and then coming back?
I am. I've got my jacket at home, and Dave, as you know, Dave has invited me into the box, and with a bit of luck, you might get me in the
paddock
for the first race. So what time have I got to be back? 12, 15?
12:30 is fine.
Yeah.
Listen to this, Neil. The first race, Alan's horse is running.
I know.
Right? I've just looked at the prize money, 40 grand for the winner.
Yeah, but we are.
So that if it wins, are the drinks on you?
They're looking ahead
But
to the Ebor.
I wouldn't get too excited about today. He's a lovely horse who'll run well, but don't get excited.
I'm going to have a word with the jockey.
Don't forget the EFL is back this weekend. Well, I'm just giving you a ticket away to Neil. It's back this weekend on talkSPORT. Luton against the Dons on League One kicks off this Friday night, followed by Cardiff against Posh Saturday lunchtime, and much, much more. Tune in to talkSPORT from Friday night to hear the return of the EFL. Big thanks to legendary EFL manager Neil Warnock. Humidity is his tip of the day in the second race. But up next, a man, he's just had to move his van outside. It's full of wine and burgers and meat and stuff like that, but he will be back in time if he can get them stairs. England Lions rugby legend, paddle player, I'm not having that, reality TV podcast host, now selling jacket potatoes out of a van, legend of sport, now hospitality, Joe Marler coming next.
Life after football. For a lot of players, it means going into punditry. Some turn to coaching or working in the game in other ways. But what about the rest? Some former footballers turn their sights away from the game, and there are a few big surprises. First up, from rainbow flicks to pancake flips. Ex-Chelsea and Southampton defender Ken Monku switched up his footballing career to buy a Dutch pancake house. He bought out the shop, which had been his favourite pancake spot as a child, and before long he was mixing the batter and getting behind the stove. Next, Everton legend Thomas Gravesen swapped out the high stakes of the Premier League for those of the poker room. He made over 150 appearances for the Toffees and won the Scottish Premier League with Celtic. Turned out the Danish international was pretty darn good at poker. He racked up a reported £100 million from his Las Vegas adventures. Remember former Chelsea goalkeeper Petr Cech? Turns out football nets weren't the only goals he was pretty handy in front of. After retirement, he became a goaltender in ice hockey. Same skills, very different surface. And he even won a Division 2 title with Guildford Phoenix. For ex-Liverpool centre-back Daniel Agger, it wasn't just fancy footwork that was in his blood. He was also pretty good with his hands. The Denmark international turned to tattoo artistry after he hung up his boots. He'd qualified as a skin artist while at Anfield, and he then became the co-owner of his own tattoo company as well. It's not all glamour for ex-pros, though. 1966 World Cup winner Ray Wilson set up a very different kind of business. He became an undertaker after he retired. Finally, not many people can say they've won both a World Cup and starred in an Oscar-winning film. In fact, there's only one person in the entire world who can say that. Frank Leboeuf, the former Chelsea defender, was part of the 1998 France squad who won the World Cup. He ended up marking Brazil's Ronaldo in the final and helped his side to a 3-0 win. But LaBeouf had already begun acting on the side while he was playing football, and his biggest role came some years after his retirement when he landed the part of a doctor in the Stephen Hawking biopic The Theory of Everything.
I embrace the career of acting, so I want to learn more. So seeing lots of movies is a part of my job.
To be honest, with all the dramatic diving in the game these days, there's probably tons of ex-pros who've got the acting skills to make it in Hollywood.
Part of the journey, I was looking at all the lights.
What about that? Keep going. Plants and rocks and things. Joe's looking at you.
Been through the desert
by the way,
on a horse.
I feel a foreigner here. They've just been talking in Welsh to each other.
Borada.
Siarad Cymraeg.
Hey,
Can you speak Welsh? Siarad Cymraeg.
I can see this is going to be a chaotic last hour.
Hang on, before we get started,
Right,
can I just take your orders, please?
This is Joe Marler, by the way. Joe Marler Catering, right?
Well, I've been handed a bloody ordering notepad to take your order.
So,
you want cheese on your burger, do you?
So the listeners know what we're talking about. To get in here, they said, the man, the steward with the bowl eye says, "Oh, you must be one of the catering staff. Just go straight there, pal. Unload over there."
Yeah, it's a shame. Mick at the gate there, he was in a neck brace. And I was about to be like, "Oh, how are you doing, mate?" You know, and as soon as he said that, and I went, "Nah, he'll have a bad leg later." It was not. I got in, though. Yeah, I got in.
Good man. We're going to special dress like that. We're going to be joined by England's all-time record appearance holder and two-time British and Irish lion Ben Youngs is coming to join us. We'll have some fun with their very own teammates feature. What about that, Joe?
Oh, great. It'd be nice to catch up with him, you know. Actually, the fact that I can only talk to him if we go on national radio. He doesn't pick up my calls if I call him outside.
That's shocking, that, isn't it?
That is shocking, yeah.
I know.
I'll have a word.
And you were big buddies as well, weren't you?
Yeah, tight.
I know. That's it. Well, Dino's tight, but I don't mean
Is that right?
No, I'm not.
Is that right?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm not.
Oh, right.
The Lionesses parade. We'll move on. We'll end up with a bit of fun. We're going to ask our next guest any wacky questions you want. Here we go for Joe. Without further ado, let's welcome in this man properly, a legend, Joe. We're going to say you'll answer most of the questions, won't you?
Why am I aimed with the wacky questions? Why have I got that?
I take you as a serious
Why don't you want like
athlete.
serious sport insight from me?
Because you signed an end, whatever it is, you're not allowed to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, good point.
That's why you're here. We want you to talk about it, and you can't talk about it.
Yeah, all right, crack on then.
Is Mike Tyndall, has he signed one as well? Is Mike coming today?
I have no idea who Mike Tyndall is.
Oh, he likes his racing. He likes his racing. He likes a glass of the old fizz, doesn't he?
I'd say he likes a bottle of it, yeah.
Right, what about the weekend, Joe? Let's have a listen.
Come on, Ollie.
What are we listening to?
One job.
Simon.
The Lions bang in front of the sticks. 5 metres out. Hugo Keenan to the left-hand side to win it! Hugo Keenan scores the try! 50 seconds to go! The British and Irish Lions lead for the first time this evening in the final minute of the game.
Well, Dino's already had a clear out this morning, and that was a bit of controversy with Jack Morgan's clear out before the winning try. They've been watching too many football, haven't they, that Aussie? The way he fell over.
You not like it, no?
I hated that.
What
It was
do you
theatrical.
mean? It's been like your sport has been riddled with it for years.
I know it's wrong. It's totally
Oh,
wrong.
is it?
Carlo Tizzano. Write down that name, Al. Put a line through it.
Why?
Diving in rugby.
Shocking.
You not like that, no?
Well, my thoughts on rugby from the 70s. Pontypool front row, Bobby Windsor, Charlie Faulkner, Graham Price. Hard as nails. They wouldn't dive.
No.
Jeff Wheel, Merv the Swerve.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be anywhere near the ruck to be able to like dive in that
fair
position,
enough.
would they? They're just plodding around like I did.
Fair enough. But do you thought it was all right, though, diving?
Look, I wanted the referee to give a penalty for a dangerous clear out. I wanted that. I wanted Australia to win the match.
For a decider.
I think rugby needed a decider going into this week.
I had a nice bottle of wine with Campo. I bet the Lions, and he bet, the Aussies. Said Aussies will definitely win. I went, right, bottle of wine.
Yeah, well, I wanted them to win. As much as I'm buzzing for the boys out there to get a series win, it kind of makes this week a bit like, yeah. Do you know?
What will he do then? Will he change it? Will Farrell change it and give some of the guys, the squad players, a run out?
You'd like to think so, but then there'll be people arguing that cheapens the prestige cap of a Lion, isn't it?
Plus, 1927 was the last time they had a 3-0 win in Australia.
Your knowledge on rugby is phenomenal. That is. Where have you plucked that from, then?
Ollie's in his ear.
Right. Okay.
No, he's not. No, he wouldn't have a clue.
That makes sense. Okay.
He wouldn't have a clue. Don't worry about that.
Did you watch him?
Of course, I watched it.
Did you? You tell me the truth. You wanted Australia to win, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Why?
No, I didn't.
But it makes this week interesting. It's a bit spicy.
No, because I've just told you I had a bottle of wine with Campo.
Such a
Joe, talking about the game, I'm not an expert on rugby as well, but I did notice the difference. The two lads they brought into the team, Skelton and Valentino.
Yeah, and then why did he take them off at 40, 50 minutes?
I know.
Like, they were the two best Australian players. Leave them on. They're changing the game.
They were cream-crackered, puffed out.
No, they weren't, mate. I know what being knackered is. All right? Like, I spent 17 years knackered.
Coming up them stairs today?
Oh, my God. Why is it
with a tray of burgers?
Why is it... Why is that lift
and a couple of bottles of wine in your back pocket.
If I'd have known the lift was broke, I wouldn't have come. I'm not coming, honestly. Huffing and puffing. Ollie's there going, oh, Alan really struggled up these stairs.
No, I did not. You weren't there. I skipped up them, didn't I, Dino?
I was behind him, man, marking him, just in case he fell backwards.
No, it's going down is my problem, not up.
Oh, is it?
Oh, anyway, is it what? But there's no point in me mentioning the R360 League, is there?
This breakaway league.
Yeah, what's it meant to be about? Right, you don't have to give us too much.
All I've heard is
you little fibber. Why have you signed a document saying you're not allowed to talk about it when you don't know much about it?
Have I?
Well, unless you're lying to me earlier.
Well, you were lying to the nation about me being a burger van guy.
How did you get in here?
In a burger van. R360 breakaway league.
So is it a bit like Live? Can we just say that's a bit like Live golf?
It looks a little bit like that. Someone wants to chuck a load of money at rugby, which makes a change.
Why is rugby struggling then? Why is club rugby struggling, Joe?
Oh my Lord, what a question for that. I don't know, mate. There's not enough people watch it.
Especially in Wales, we are really struggling.
Yeah, you're struggling from top to
one
bottom.
player in the squad since 1890, whatever it is. Something
good player though.
Yeah, he played well, didn't he?
And the scrum half, Thomas Williams, he was unlucky actually. He got injured early doors. He's a good player as well.
Why are we struggling in Wales then?
Not bothered.
What do you mean? They're not bothered?
No, sorry, I'm not bothered. Not bothered.
He's English, for God's sake.
I can't tell you why we're struggling in England, let alone Wales, mate. Do you know what I mean? Not enough people. We don't get enough bums on seats for rugby, so we don't get enough people coming through, putting money in it. It's quite a niche sport. We've got to try and work a way to grow it, compete with the bigger sports. And I think R360 are trying to do that. They're trying to throw some money at it and jazz it a little
throwing
bit.
money at it, you're not going to get any better players, are you?
don't know.
Or better kids coming through, perhaps?
Yeah, honestly, Al, I have no idea what's going on with it all.
But Mike must have an idea, Mike Tyndall, surely.
Well, he's part of it, isn't he?
Yeah, so he must have a good idea why he's doing it. He's not going to throw good money after bad, is he?
Well, no, but he has got a good cushion, hasn't he?
Well, a big cushion.
No, as in, he can...
Yeah, a Gatcombe cushion.
He can try his hand at anything, and he's got the
He's not struggling for cash.
Exactly. The royal family will back him up, won't they?
Well, will they?
I don't know. Shall we get Mike on the line? Let's get him in.
Well, is he? No, he's not coming in.
Hey, you talk about our rugby. The Aussies are struggling with the rugby, aren't they? Are they saying like it's the sport's dying?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a minute. 90,000 at the MCG. 90,000.
I know.
85,000 of them were Lions fans.
There weren't that many. No, Joe. No, there weren't that many.
No, it was a shout. I was pleased that the Aussies actually turned up.
It was $9.70 for a burger as well, by the way.
Right, excellent.
So they made a fortune.
Hang on, let me just make note of that.
What do you charge, Joe, for a burger?
I'm reasonable. I'm $4.55. But that's decent, that, especially here. The prices here.
What about Owen Farrell then? I'm still trying to get round the stick he's had in the past. I don't know why, because he was a leader on the pitch. He was ferocious, not just with the ball in hand, but tackling. He was a competitor, wasn't he? And yet all that stick he got, I don't understand it, Joe.
One of the best players England have ever had, and he's not given that respect. It baffles me. I don't get it. But then I don't think he cares. I think he went away to France, had a bit of time with the family, worked things out, and then he doesn't care. As long as the people he's playing for, his teammates, respect it, he earns their respect. That's all he's asked about now.
Who impressed you the other night? I thought Ty Byrne was brilliant.
Yeah,
I thought he
was
had a hell of a game.
He was good. I thought Genji coming off the bench was phenomenal. Tom
gets involved, doesn't he? A bit verbal as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he loves it because he can back it up as well. He's not a flat track bully. He'll back it up. And Tom Curry also, he got a bit of stick going into it. He wasn't on great form. A lot of the fans were like, "Oh, why is he being picked to start and all that?" But he's world class. He's a Test match animal, and he proved that at the weekend. I would argue that he was the guy that won that test for him with those tackles and turnovers.
Gibson Park, Finn Russell.
No. What do you mean, no?
Well, you're sort of pulling faces.
I don't really look at them, do I? 1 to 8, that's me. 9 to 15.
Yeah, but they're the game changers. They're the winners.
Do what they want, mate.
You know, it's all right. The hot card is you got to do your bit, but they're the maestros. They're
talking to two strikers.
Right, okay.
The other 10 were just playing to get the ball to us.
Yeah. Did you ever thank the other 10?
No. We were just taking the cash for the win bonuses we kept winning.
How did you score all those goals?
I don't know how I done it.
But no.
How did you do it, Al?
Well, I tend to think they were lucky to be there, to be honest. Don't you, Dino?
Well, this is how football works.
Yeah.
Good players at the back, very good players in midfield, artists up the front, and the lad with no coordination stick him in goals.
Right.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
To this day.
I was actually a goalkeeper until I joined rugby. So yeah, thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Oh dear.
Where do you rate this Lions team in all timelines?
It's hard because the opposition was so poor. They turned up for 50 minutes. Australia turned up for 50 minutes, but the first test was just. It was like, oh God, this isn't a test series. You want them to have a bit more bite about them. But if they 3-0 whitewash them, they'll go down as one of the best. Yeah.
Right, we're getting you guys involved in our last section of the day. We can ask our guest Joe Marler any crazy questions you want. Get your voice notes into our WhatsApp using our text number 81089 or send them in. That's 81089. Send in your voice notes and ask the weirdest man in sport. Joe, you can read this. Look, read that. Read that.
Yeah.
Who's
No, I can read.
That's
no, thank you. I know you don't think I can read. I can read.
You can see that.
You can read as well. But you also control your mouth, don't you?
No, but I stopped that there.
No, you didn't. You said the weirdest man in sport. That came out your mouth.
All right, coming up, we'll ask the weirdest man in sport about a certain reality TV show. Do we have any traitors amongst us? Another glass for Joe, please. We'll find out. It's signing an NDA or what. It doesn't matter. A couple more of these will be telling us all about this. Well, what's it called again? The secret squirrel rugby thing? Right. Keep your WhatsApp voice notes coming in. He's going to tell us, Mike Tins, don't worry, he's going to tell us. Ask the weirdest man in sport, Joe Marler, anything you want. To send them in, the number is 03717 223344. Now, after incredible Lionesses went back-to-back. Yeah, don't walk out, Joe, in the Euros out in Switzerland on the weekend. They're duly celebrating around London with an open-top bus parade this morning. And we have all talkSPORT's. I tell you what, Angelina Kelly's over at the Mall, soaking it all up. Angelina.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Very well, Angelina. First of all, hopefully the weather's nice and we've got a big crowd there.
Yeah, definitely. So far, the weather's holding up, but we've already seen, I mean, we're going to have this open-top bus parade that you mentioned coming down the Mall, and then a big stage and presentation, etc., in front of the Queen Victoria statue. Now, the thing is, you've already seen, early this morning, I arrived here at Green Park, and you've got fans in their England shirts, already in their masses arriving. I actually got here to a band practicing Sweet Caroline, so I think we're in for a brilliant day. You know what, this is what these players deserve, because as much as it wasn't an amazing tournament in a sense of, there were a lot of close moments, there were a lot of close calls, people maybe questioning, you know, the performances, but overall, they went and got the job done, and they beat an absolutely brilliant Spain side with two back-to-back Ballon d'Or winners in the starting 11. I mean, they were absolutely brilliant. I was out there in Switzerland, and the atmosphere there was absolutely electric, and I have got no doubts that today it's going to be just as good, if not better.
Angelina, it was dramatic to say the least, but what a result. Have a brilliant day down there, and as I say, hopefully it stays dry. We could have the odd shower here at Goodwood, glorious Goodwood, but looking out there now is stunning, absolutely stunning. Early start, 1:20, don't forget, first race. We'll be back at the parade throughout the day, getting underway at 12:10. Time now, again, for the latest sporting odds with Coral, and we'll bring back in Dave Stevens.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for it. 18+, begambleaware.org.
So, Steve-O, can we, any big movement in the betting today? Any movers?
Good morning again, gents. Joe, lovely to see you here.
Hello, mate, you all right?
First time at Goodwood?
That means there's no movers.
Yeah. First time at Goodwood?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's nice
Beautiful,
down there, isn't it? Yeah, I was
Somebody tell me you're a Brighton fan, is that right?
Mighty Seagulls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
You're
Are
a
you?
Sussex boy?
Are you?
No, I'm a Portsmouth fan.
Oh, where are you from?
Here.
What do you mean from here? What, you're from Goodwood?
Right here, yeah.
Steve,
you
you're
were
pushing
born in
your luck.
Goodwood.
In this box.
You're pushing your luck, Steve.
That's incredible.
He's going to chin someone. Try not to let it be you.
Hold on a minute, here comes Whispering Adrian.
Any moves out? The big race today, the Goodwood Cup, obviously. I spoke earlier when Illinois and Scandinavia, the gap's getting even closer. 13-8 Illinois, 2-1 Scandinavia. You asked for a tip.
Yeah.
Now, obviously,
a guarantee.
No. What
do you mean no? That's what I asked for.
well then I can't answer.
Right. Okay. Give me as close to a guarantee.
Dino really likes humidity, don't? Oh no, that was Neil.
No, that was Neil Warner.
What was that last one you said of the day? What would you say?
Would Hay wonder?
Would Hay wonder?
Yeah, that's Crookie's tip.
13-2.
Alex Crook.
Yeah, I'll do
Gamble
that one,
responsibly,
then.
Joe.
Okay, I'll do
obviously.
that one.
No, the big race, Illinois. You fancy Illinois out, don't you?
Yes.
I'm in the Scandinavia camp, so we'll have a head-to-head in that one.
Yeah, but what camp am I going in?
You're going in the traitor camp.
Right, just let me go in one, all right, that wins.
Scandinavia. No, I can't say it will win, obviously. We have to gamble responsibly, Joe.
Okay.
Steve, I was talking to Jason Weaver yesterday, and he was talking about specialist horses going around the canvas and the bends. Are there specialist Goodwood horses running today?
Very much so. It's such a unique course. If you get a chance, Dino, we'll walk the course before racing. It goes up and down like this, a real roller coaster, a bit like Epsom. And Kinross in the Lennox Stakes, I said, has run in the race for the last 4 years. Won 2 of them, third and second. Now, that's a Goodwood specialist, and absolutely it matters.
Steve-O, does the draw make a big difference here? Because coming into that turn there, it's very steep. It's a sharp right-hander. You want to be as close to the far rail as possible, don't you?
The one that it does make a difference is the mile race out, particularly the big. We sponsor the Coral Golden Mile on Friday. And that'll be a maximum field. You want to be drawn low there. Yeah. Normally, Jim Crowley will always say this, the jockey, apart from last year when first and second were 20 and 21. So it's like anything. It's if the jockey, gets everything right, Dino, if the split's open, the draw isn't, it isn't everything, but over a big field mile here, generally you want to be low.
OK, we got off to fly on the first with what, Steve-O?
With Shadow Dance House, surely.
He's each way. Wide, that's why I asked it. Each way, listen, he'll do well to finish in the first 3, but he is a lovely horse. It's 2 furlongs shorter than what we want, but it'll bring him on a ton for the Ebor later on in a few weeks' time. Yeah, but I'm not saying he won't run well because he's a beautiful horse.
How's the draw going to affect him then?
Well, he's out wide, but they'll probably have to. It depends. Yeah. If he jumps, he might get him across. If he doesn't, he'll have to tuck him in, which is going to be very tough.
I'm hoping Grey Cuban can run well for the Michael Owen Hugo Palmer team.
Whoa, they're in good form, aren't they?
Hugo had 45 minutes to savour at Ascot on Saturday. Won the 2 group races with fillies at Ascot, so they're in great form. Michael's down here all week, so it's a big week for Manor House.
And I'm right in saying Hugo's from the Biscuit Empire, isn't he?
Huntley and Palmer.
Yeah, there you go, Joe.
What biscuits?
Huntley and Palmer.
Now you've got me. What do you mean, Huntley and Palmer? I've never heard of those biscuits. What biscuits do they make?
Posh biscuits.
So custard creams?
I've no idea, to be honest. But I know
can we find out, please?
Well, I'll ask Michael when he comes in tomorrow, shall I?
Biscuits, yeah.
Now, the Lions.
I'd rather give me a 10-1
third test.
They want to whitewash them, surely.
Well, yeah, that's the only...
Odds on, 11-4 on to win.
Oh, this is a man who wanted the Aussies to win the other.
Whoa.
Yes, it's on tape. You said it.
Oh, it's on record. Did you get that?
Yeah.
You can't edit that out.
No, there's a few million people. Oh, traitor.
Well, I see what you're doing here. Yeah, well played. Expert. Stephen, what I'm trying to get...
Doesn't just happen,
No, well played. Really well played.
Leave it, Joe.
Come on, Claudia, get on with it.
What I'm trying to get my head around, Stephen. Why did you ask only Dino to walk the course? You said, Dino, if you fancy later, I'll walk the course. You didn't look at me or Al.
Well, actually, he wants you to roll the course.
I'm just worried with them stairs getting back there.
I know, yeah.
Al's routine is very much stay where he is now. Now he's here.
Fine.
And somehow at the end of the day, we'll get him down the stairs, but we'll cross that bridge when we come.
Is he the reason why there's an emergency lift fixing service?
No, he's the reason why the lift is broken.
He said it. Don't look at me.
No, I'll have the last laugh. He's just got married. It won't laugh.
At Cheltenham, they put a lift in for Alan at Cheltenham.
Steve will give us a tip before we break. Steve will give us a tip before we break.
Brighton to finish in the top half.
Go on.
Odds on.
Go on. What's that mean?
Well, it means there's a very good chance of your team.
Give me the odds.
8-11.
No. I'm not betting on that. I want
France to win the Six Nations, 4-7.
No. Not bothered.
All right, Scandinavia to win the Goodwood Cup.
Guaranteed?
No.
Oh. You're not getting it, are you?
No.
I need some money. Guaranteed money. All right?
Well, by all accounts, that was meant to be a look at the latest odds. All thanks to Coro, 18plusgambleaware.org. Steve-O, thank you. Joe, you staying with us?
I'll see how long the line is at my burger van.
Coming up to 9:30. Dear, oh dear.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for it. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Bazball, England's approach to Test cricket under Kiwi coach Brendan McCullum. What is it really, and is it working? We've had a look. Is it just aggressive batting? That is a big part of it. Test teams around the world are scoring faster all the time, but the Bazballers are the fastest scoring Test team ever.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away.
And today,
that they're here to stay, 'cause I believe Yesterday.
Good
Now,
song.
how did you get out of Liverpool?
Yeah, what? Yeah, okay.
Tell the story.
All right, I went up to Liverpool the other day to do a podcast called Have a Word. A load of Scouse guys there. They're really funny comedians. Love doing it. And for some reason, I just thought I'd express my opinion on the Beatles.
Oh, no.
Which isn't very kind. I don't like them. I don't rate them. I think they're overrated. And as soon as it's come out my mouth, the faces just drop. And I went, oh no, I've got to get home. How am I going to get on the train here? And then they started playing me some of their songs.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Who does that? They're like, that's the Beatles. In the same way you've just played this one. I didn't know it was the Beatles. This is a nice song.
Is it fair to say you're not very good with your music then?
I like Paul Simon.
Central Park, great concert.
Lady Smith, Blackman Barzo.
Never heard of them.
Never
heard of them.
Well, rather than going out after this and nicking all the Whispering Angel.
What are they called again?
Lady Blacksmith Mambazo.
Oh, that's a South African.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right, it's coming back to you now, is it?
No. Yeah, it is.
You couldn't find an angle on that one to take the mickey out of me, so you've just got... Murder?
Murder. Yeah, murder.
What are you saying murder for?
No good.
Why did you go really Scottish just for murder?
It's like Zulu, the film Zulu.
Yeah.
When the Welsh sing Men of Harlem. Now, there's a song.
I know. Don't try and get around me now. Anti-Welsh.
Do you know your
Is he anti-Welsh? I'm half Welsh actually. I'm taking that as given.
No, Dino's mates in the middle of that field there. Look.
Right,
no, don't you start. Don't you ever go. Ever play against the Barbars?
Oh. I'm going to have to leave.
Right, tell us about. So you got away, you got on the train, you got back, yeah?
Yeah, I survived.
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah, survived.
Well, was that not a stupid thing to say?
Why is it a stupid thing to say?
Well,
it's an opinion,
you're in Liverpool, aren't you? You don't say stuff like that in Liverpool.
Don't think that's gone away. They'll come for you at
what
some
do you mean
point.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
No.
that's not gone away. You
Don't
can't
say
that
that
about the Beatles.
Don't say that.
Good job, you big.
No, don't say that. No.
The only thing you could have said worse was that is like Kenny Dalglish is not a very good footballer.
Ooh.
Well, he's not, is he?
Ooh.
Oh.
No, he was a good footballer. He's no good now, is he?
Yeah, well, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, he's still good. He still get a game now.
Oh, would he?
He's better than some.
He's a god.
Yeah.
He's a god.
What about you two? Would you two still get a game?
Blow football. Now it's time to stitch Joe up again.
Oh, here we go. Got bored for the last hour, did you? Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. See this one played out.
Now, if you're not aware of it, it's a bit of the Traitors theme song there. But why are we playing it this morning? Well, Joe's mate's coming on, Ben, in a moment. He said he's a traitor. The newest recruit, Joe Marler's with us this morning. You must have some agent, by the way.
Agent?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How'd you get on that?
I applied for the sound department to begin with, and then
the catering.
Yeah, I did, and then moved on to the catering, and then I think Bob Mortimer pulled out, and it was last minute. And
what was it like?
And they said, "Oh, what about that big lad from the catering? Can he come in?" And
what was it like? Seriously, I know you can't say too much. It's not been aired yet.
What is it?
But was it a good experience?
I don't know what it is.
You're not allowed to even say what it is.
I don't. I've got. Traitors. I'm a big fan of the show. Love it. Have you not seen it?
I've never seen it.
Oh, mate, you'll love it, honestly. It's a game show. You go on it and you just play a game. You ever played Wolf? You remember the England men's team? They were in the Euros when they were saying they used to play Wolf as their secret weapon before they lost.
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, that won't work then, will it?
I watch golf videos and...
You watch golf videos?
Yeah.
What sort of golf? What sort of golf
chip
videos?
In and how to you drive a straight.
Is there like specific? Is it like Rick Shields? Is that the guy? Would you watch him?
Dan Graves.
Dan Graves. Coach. Have you ever gone and done some stuff with him?
No, but I've seen him coaching people. I should, because it's £1,000 an hour.
Oh, is it?
Something like that.
Joe, who else is on your podcast with you? I'm intrigued with this. Who did you do it with?
Oh, on my podcast?
Yeah.
Well, how have you gone from that to this?
Well, because I'm bored with this. I've not seen it either, Traitors. But, you know, the podcast...
Well, that's good then. Don't bring it up.
The podcast.
Oh, my podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, yeah.
Is Ben on there? Ben Youngs?
No, he's not coming.
What do you mean he's not coming on? Why?
He's got his
Why?
own. I sorted him out with his own that talks about rugby, for the love of rugby. He's your rugby man. He's the one we should be asking about the Lions and R360.
But you're a rugby man. Hold on, 9:40, 20 to 10. Ben Youngs joins us now. Ben, what is up with you, mate?
How are we all, gents?
Morning, Ben.
Yeah.
Hang on, where is
How are we? Yeah, it's good. Up with my mate. What's up with Hunch? I don't know. How is he? He maybe needs his thoracic straight out.
Right.
If you,
Hunch is causing chaos here. He's parked his catering Range Rover outside, blocking the PIMS deliveries, the Whispering Angel deliveries. He just turns up and parks where he wants.
Well, yeah, don't change, Joe. Don't change. I love what you do, mate. If you can hear some heavy breathing, by the way, if you can hear some heavy breathing, it isn't Marla.
It's Al.
It's actually it's my Labrador in the back of the car. So sorry about that.
Why is he in your car? Is he not allowed in the house?
We're off for a walk, but obviously jumping on this, and I say when I say walk, I haven't actually got to the destination to walk yet. Obviously, that's why it's in the boot. But yeah, I've just pulled over to catch up with you, gents.
Well, Ben, he's delighted you've joined us. He said you blank him now. So has he upset you?
Mate, when me and Marla see each other, it's like we only saw each other yesterday. But then there's not too much conversation between each event that we catch up. But when we do catch up, it's always
busy, aren't we?
Very amusing.
We're busy,
you know? We're busy.
Got loads of kids, you know. Yeah. He's got his podcast to do. I've got my podcast to do, and then we're busy.
Yeah,
it's great to hear from you, though, Len.
Ben. In terms of rugby, who was the best trainer out of you both? I think I've got a feeling I know the answer.
Oh, do you?
Who
was the best trainer, Ben?
Well, the best at lifting weights was Marla. You don't get a rounded back like he has without getting under some squat racks.
The bells.
In terms of actually running around,
it's ridiculous.
In terms of actually running and
Len,
moving,
you can't come on here and sabotage it and call me Hunch, and then Alan Brazil is calling me the Hunchback of Notre Dame. What's the matter with you?
Sorry,
I hope you trip over on your walk.
Yeah, the hunch comes from the fact that you have got a lovely curve back from all those scrums, and I always say that if actually went and saw a chiropractor, he'd actually be 6'6" and be a lock because they'd straighten him out. But yeah, in terms of lifting weights, Marla was the best. In terms of agility and straight line running, Marla was horrendous.
I was going to say who's the fastest, but you've just answered it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's obvious. Yeah, it's obvious.
All right, who was the most intelligent, Ben?
Joe does me on. Joe does me on that. To be fair, but in terms of the.
Hang on, didn't Crofty and George, old teammates of yours, bring out a book? They got a book published of what Lendrid said, which is Ben's nickname, of all the fantastic one-liners he's come out with in his life.
Go on.
It's a fiction, Joe. It's fiction. It's fiction.
It's not fiction. None of it is made up, mate.
It was all made up.
I'm gonna put it on my Instagram later, so people.
Ben, can you believe Joe has admitted live on national radio he wanted the Wallabies to win?
Twice he said it.
Twice to level the series.
You've
Can you believe that, Ben?
That is mental from you, Joe. Obviously, retirement is. Yeah, you've knocked off in terms of how we value the Aussies. 2-0, we want 3-0, mate.
Let me take this one. In him. Right. You're sitting there in your car with your lab and you're telling me you didn't want Australia to win at the weekend, so that it was 1-1 in the series, and for the sake of rugby, for the love of rugby, for the good of the game, we want, in order to grow, we want the headlines, we want to go into that third test. Everything on the line. Now we're going into it like, what's the point? They might as well come home.
I think you have a valid point, but the game was a cracker. It lived up to the hype. However, mate, we beat Australia. I'm glad it's 2-0 done, and I want the boys to go and do history at the weekend to make it 3-0.
What do you keep saying we for, mate? What do you mean we? You weren't out there beating them.
Well, I know what I mean is I'm supporting them. So. As a fan's point of view, we as fans want to see them create history.
Well, Ben, is the Hunch is he trying to get something off his chest here, the Hunch? Because quite clearly he's anti-English at this moment in time.
Leave it, Joe.
Yeah,
if you're going to start on Alan, you've got to deal with me as well.
I don't know. I mean, I think what Marla's... I understand in terms
stick
of
together.
Australia are hosting the World Cup in 27, aren't they? And, they've always had to play sort of behind AFL, cricket, rugby league, and it doesn't sit in terms of the sporting calendar for Australia as much rugby. So had they have got the win, I think it would have done great things for Rugby Australia. But look, it was a cracking game. It's been a good test series. And ultimately, the Lions have a chance of history. And the Australians, I'd say, is almost more's riding on this weekend than it is on the previous two. Because if the Lions do whitewash them, which they've got the potential to do, then I think it's quite damaging for Australian rugby. But if they are able to salvage a win, then I think it kind of, they'll ultimately walk away sort of plucky losers. But there's some reputation intact and there's some ability there to build towards 27. I think if the Lions whitewash them, though, it's a different story. So Lions were chasing history and Australia are chasing a sort of a bit of reputation, I suppose.
Len, what do you think Big Faz will do with selection, mate? Do you think he'll mix it up or he'll go again with the team that did the job?
Look, I think it's one of those things, like, Marley, you know what it's like, mate. I think people from the outside maybe think, oh, let's change it up, chop and change. Mate, they'll be after trying to win 3-0. Faz and his view on the Australians, given his rugby league background and playing Australia, he'll be after it to go and win 3-0. Some bodies will need rotating. I don't think you just drop people in because I think you've got to earn the right to be part of a test team. So I think that you could see someone like Tom Curry, who's been exceptional. He might need a body. His body's probably on the cusp of breaking. Someone like Jack Morgan would be an obvious great replacement to go in there, and maybe Curry goes onto the bench. There might be a few changes, but not as much as I believe that people may be expecting.
Ben, can I ask you about this new perhaps breakaway in rugby that Mike Tyndall and Joe's clearly involved in? He's not.
Yeah, hang on. I love how you're asking me. You've got the man in the room, haven't you? You've got the main man in the room to ask the question.
Well, 1 minute he signed an NDA, now he's saying I can't remember if I did or not.
I don't even know what NDA stands for.
Does rugby need a shake-up, Ben?
Look, it's a bit like when they tried to do the Football Super League, didn't they? And the breakaway teams were looking to do that. It's kind of similar to that, except for their franchises, and they're going to be they won't have necessarily the identity of some of those teams because they're sort of made. There'll be new clubs as such. Does rugby need a shake-up? Yeah, it needs a bit of pioneering, a bit of new ideas coming in. Could it generate a huge amount of money? I'm sure it could do. It's one of those concepts where you look at it and you think it has the potential to be successful. It also has the potential to flop. But you look what cricket did and the way that they evolved and they did things. Like sometimes you see these things on paper, you're not sure, and then it suddenly works. You've seen with the 100, the T20 and everything that they did, they kind of changed it. So maybe this is exactly what rugby needs. It's hard. I don't know enough about it, if I'm honest, as say you've got the right guy in the room, but obviously you can't talk about it. But I think, if anything, at the very least, the fact this conversation's happening, the fact that there's talk of this breakaway league and everything like that, maybe it brings other people to the table to sort of rethink and reshuffle the current structure of the league as it is, or the calendar globe and season, of World Rugby. And if it makes them sort of reevaluate, maybe that's not a bad thing either.
Ben, I'll let you get back to your drive, to your walk with your lovely lab. Great to talk to you. Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Gents.
Don't fall over.
Fancy's calling you the Hunch live on radio.
I know.
Well, what do you mean fancy? What's your? Yeah, no, but it's a nickname, isn't it? Is it? What's your nickname? Dino.
Yeah.
No other nicknames?
Storyteller, yeah, the storyteller.
By the way, I've been waiting for you to say, but I don't think you realise I played for Brighton.
Yeah, you did. 17 appearances. 76 appearances.
There we are.
Back in
Why have you not mentioned it?
97 to 98.
Who's that other guy with the funny beard, a big Brighton fan? What's his name? What's his name?
Sorry.
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah.
Brighton guy, plays guitar.
I'm happy to
not
see
the
you
Dustbin
struggling.
Man. Is it something like that?
The Dustbin Man?
Yeah, he does. It'll come to me. 9:48. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Alan Brazil, Dean Saunders, Joe Marler. I thought Ben sounded intelligent, yet Joe, you're telling us the absolute opposite.
Scathing.
What do you call him? Trigger from Fools and Horses.
Right.
Out of order.
You are by far the biggest Judas I have ever come across.
Give us one of Ben's ridiculous statements.
No, because no. There's no ridiculousness. He's one of England's greatest ever players. He does a wonderful podcast, and as he just showed the world, he is incredibly intelligent. And yeah, please move on.
Right, it's time for the show where you get to ask this man anything you like. Let's head to the first one. Here we go.
Hi guys, massive fan of the show. My name's James, I'm from Worcester. I am an avid golf fan. I've got a question for Joe, and it is, how is his golf going and what is his current handicap?
Dodgy back.
Right. Yeah, you're happy with that money? The speed at which you got dodgy back in there, fine.
Posture.
Yeah, fine. I'm operating at a 28. The golf has changed now.
On the tee, Josephine Marler. 28.
Listen here, you dinosaur. All right? Listen here. The rules have changed a couple of years ago. You can actually have a handicap, anyone, male or female, up to 54. I mean, I've applied for that, but they're not having it. It's going. Was it James from Worcester? Was it?
Yes.
James, it's going all right. I'm trying to play once a week now that I'm retired and got a little bit more time, and I'm enjoying it a lot more, but getting worse. Actually.
Right. Here's your next one.
Yeah. Go
Good morning, gentlemen. I would like to ask Mr. Marler who was the hardest player he's played with. This is from Kesley, Newcastle fan.
Oh, are we there, Pet?
How are we, the lad?
Hardest player. It's a tough one. Shabao, that big French.
Ooh, he's a monster,
he was horrible. He was horrible.
Was he?
Horrible.
Did you get him a couple of times?
No, nowhere near.
Oh, you must have done.
No way,
Oh,
mate.
come on.
No, I built my career on being a fake tough guy, mate.
You
But when
must
it
have
came
got
to-
the old studs in his neck.
No, when it came down to it, I just run.
Would he stamp on you? And when you're on the floor?
Yes. But legally,
That's
you
all
used to be
part
able to
of it.
stamp. You used to be able to do it. It was called rucking.
Yeah.
You know, they've got rid of that now. Which
Do you
is
remember
just
those
boring.
days of Wade Dooley?
Wade
He was a
Dooley.
Blackpool copper. He was a villain on the pitch.
I'm 35, not 70. Stop referencing people that old.
Well, you've got a telly, haven't you? You've got a video, a VCR, haven't you?
No one's got a VCR.
Oh, you have.
What's the matter with you? Get on YouTube.
Right, here's the next one. We brought out a classic talkSPORT clip of a caller doing an impression of talkSPORT's fight pundit Gareth. What? Who's that tube? Right.
Boxing is a pugilistic feast, yeah? It's barbaric, it's brutal, yet it's unequivocally beautiful. I don't see two fighters in there, yeah? I see two artists conversing in the language of pugilism, yeah?
I think we've tuned into Radio 4 or something.
That's terrible. Ollie Clink's in the room. Can you do Chris Eubank, Ollie? Better than that. That was terrible.
No, not in mine.
He hasn't got a mic.
By all accounts, that was a caller.
Who's in charge of this?
Yeah.
Who's in charge of this?
That was a caller doing an impression of Gareth A. Davis. Not a very good one.
Okay.
So, Joe, would like to hear what it sounded like. Oh, no. This is to finish off.
Please.
If you were speaking to a horse, Joe, and explaining how the Lions won the Test series against Australia, you need to play both characters. Take it away. What one's that? What one's that? Is that the Aussie or the Lion?
So I'm just doing an impression
Come
of
up
you
them
coming up
stairs.
the stairs. Help me! The stairs are mud. Get to the left, fix the mud. I'm not doing your blimmin' horse impression. I've had my horse times. Do you know what I mean? Horses have gone now, mate. I'm
Oh, have
past
they?
that, yeah.
Oh, you were into them, weren't you?
What do you mean into
They're
them?
hard
I
work.
did actually used to ride a horse when I was younger, Magic, and I used to ride it bareback.
Well, it must have been magic.
What do you mean?
Well, you got on a horse, really?
Yeah, you ever been on a horse?
Yes, I have actually.
Have you?
Yes.
When?
Newmarket.
When?
1981.
Okay, shall we go on a horse today?
Oh, you talked about last week you were on one.
Yeah, should we go on a horse together?
A Suffolk Punch?
Why don't me and you get on a horse and go round the course on a horse, whilst Dean and Steve-O just do the walk?
These are thoroughbreds here.
Yeah.
And they would not let us anywhere near them.
Oh, yeah, well, I brought my own, didn't I? I bought my burger van and my horse trailer.
Are you hanging about or are you heading to the golf course?
No,
Josephine.
I've got excellent. I've got to go home, mate.
20.
I've got things to do. Do you know what I mean?
You haven't.
I come in. I'm a grenade. I come in, destroy it all, leave, and never get invited back.
Oh, actually, you're not far from here, are you?
Well, you say that. When Scott booked me, he went, "Oh, mate, it's just down the road, Goodwood, from here." I went, "Where is it then?" He went, "Oh, it's West Sussex, Chichester." I said,
"Yeah,
it's an hour and 10 minutes. It's quicker to come to
Brighton."
Yeah, it's quicker.
It can't be.
I don't live in Brighton.
You said to me, that's another lie. You said to me you lived in Brighton.
Yeah, because if I told you where I actually live, you'd go, "Where's that?" And I'd go, "Well, it's sort of near Brighton." I know why I can't talk about that. I signed an NDA for that as well.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Please, can I leave?
Well, Joe.
I've got to get back to the van.
Well, yeah, you're right.
The punters are coming in.
Will I see you down the van, or will we block the staircase for people coming in?
Oh, have we got to go? Is that lift not fixed yet?
No.
Oh, no.
The hunch is departing. He's leaving Glorious Goodwood day one. I've loved it, by the way. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thanks for having me, guys. All the best.
What's the podcast called again?
Things People Do. Thank you for that plug.
Things People Do. Joe Marler, top
well
man.
Done, Joe.
Thank you.
See you, boys. Thank you.
Right, 2 minutes to 10. Really enjoyed that show, by the way. Follow that, boys.